Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. This is going to be a quick show. We're not going to be on the. I'm not going to be on the show for a long time, but I just want to address the different things that you guys have seen on social media, um, and we will talk about the McDonald's video because I know a lot of people wanted my input, but we're not going to talk about it during this whole show. Okay, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit about what I feel about it, and then we're going to move forward. Um, so I'm sure by now everybody has seen the McDonald's commercial. I mean, that's a commercial. The McDonald's video that the woman put out. If you guys haven't seen it, I can't help you because it has gone viral. Radio stations, even the news, even McDonald's has came out about the video. So I posted the video because Trick Daddy first, I saw it on Facebook. Trick Daddy had shared it. He said, everybody watch this video. And he was the first one that I saw share it. And then other pages picked it up, put their watermark on it. You know, I didn't want their version. So I went and found the original video from Trick Daddy's page. Okay. So I actually thought it was a real scenario. I thought it was something that was really going on because we know that a lot of women have went on social media lately and done a lot of things on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be, and it's worse than the video we saw. So it was very believable. I don't know why anyone wouldn't have believed it, especially with them blurring out the man's face, right? That made it even more believable because if you're putting someone on blast and you show their face, they can definitely come back and report you, right, for hate speech, bullying, because people are going to attack the person that they see, right? Um, so what bothers me is that after a couple days, when the video started going viral, I started hearing that it was fake. Now, mind you, the Facebook video that Trick Daddy shared did not have where the video came from. Also, there was no watermark on the original video. So I started getting inboxes of whose page the video came from, and it was a black woman. So I went to her TikTok and I then saw that she has a lot of skits about being a baby mama, right? Also she put that she's a content creator, she's an actress, she does all these things, right? TikTok famous, whatever you want to say. So it turned out that the video was fake. Her blurring out the face was to make you guys believe it was real, right? Because in a real scenario, if you are putting someone on blast and you show their face, they can actually get you for that defamation, many different things, right? So the blurring of the face was to make us all believe that it was an authentic video. Not only that, she then did a follow-up video to say, yeah, I got 4 kids, 4 baby, whatever the bullshit. I didn't even listen to the whole video. I didn't care, right? The fact is, that was a skit. And here's the thing, I know real things like that happen, but tell people it's a skit because what was happening, people wanted to send her money, people wanted to feed all her kids. They knew she wasn't going to get stamps into the seventh, according to the lying ass video. It's okay to do a skit. I don't care. I think it's wonderful to do skits to bring to light that, you know, what really happens in the real world. We know the YouTuber Darman, I believe his name is. All he does is skits. Woman is about to die from cancer. Husband carries her up the stairs, you know, and then she finally tells him before she dies, right? He does those type of scenarios and he gets 80 to 90 million views per fucking video off of fake ass stories. So it's perfectly okay to do skits if that's your lane, but don't make people think that it was real. She made the world think that it was real. It got shared everywhere, and even McDonald's was willing to help. That's where the anger in me lies, because now you're taking food off of the plate of people who might really need that help, right? Who will never get the help because it's all on you right now. The spotlight is on you. So to make up a skit like that and not tell people it is a skit is what makes me mad. Because here we are thinking that, oh, this is a damn good dad. You know, he's doing what he's supposed to do, bringing food to his kids. We all agree with them. Them ain't his kids, some other kids. But it was all a lie, guys. And most people were like, well, still, real stuff like that happens, right? But they'll sit up here on Facebook and say, my shit is fake, my text receipts are fake, and they'll go through the depths to prove that it is fake instead of saying, people in real life go through this. They might go through this. So let me not judge and say it's fake automatically, right? But it's funny how even with people exposing this woman who's an actress, people are still thinking that the video is real. So, I mean, in real life, we all know that that man is not wrong. A man is not obligated to feed kids that are not his. Okay? If anything, if you can't take care of those kids, we need to call CPS because you shouldn't have the kids. If you have 4 kids, most likely you're getting about 200 in stamps for each kid. When I worked for the state, we did $200 per kid. And the mom also got stamps, right? So she's looking at maybe a stack a month in stamps if that was a real scenario, about a stack a month in stamps, and you're saying you're out and you don't get refilled until the 7th. I would question, how are you out of stamps? Because they're selling them, they're buying junk food, and that's why they don't have any stamps. That's why they resort to going to McDonald's and Jack in the Box and Wendy's, all these fast food joints to feed their kids poison. That's what they're doing because they don't cook. So my thing is, if you're gonna make up a lie, at least tell people it's a skit, so that no one wants to give you money. She wanted to go higher in the TikTok chain. She wanted to be TikTok famous, so that's why she made the video, and people made her famous. I'm more embarrassed that Black women are going through all these links just to be viral. They're willing to do all these things to go viral, even do a follow-up video after the world already exposed you for being an actress and a fucking liar, and you're still, eating this up. Oh yeah, I'm the baby mama, lashes, full wig, makeup on heavy, but she ain't got no stamps. She ain't got no food for McDonald's. So again, guys, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Women, they're doing all these things for attention. She's no better than that woman at the gym who asked the guy, do you need something? Do you need something? She brought her fast ass to the gym. She knew taking off her shirt for 10 minutes, wearing spandex, was going to get the attention of the men that were behind her, right? She set the camera up purposely to view the men that were behind her. Do you need something? It's no better. These women are doing these things to go viral, because then when she went viral, she made her TikTok private, right? They do that so they can feel famous for that day. Her story went viral. These women are doing all these things just to go viral. Everybody wants to be TikTok famous. That's what it is now. TikTok has become that platform where people say outlandish things just to become famous, and people are soaking it up. They don't care about if it's true or not. I just find it funny how they felt that video was so real because she did a follow-up, but the content that I share is so fake. That's what upsets me. This is blatant fake video that she did to make you guys share it. Go to her TikTok. She went up like 40, 50,000 followers and counting. I think she's almost at 250,000. So all I'm saying is she had a calculated move the whole time, and you guys ate it up. And even when I exposed her and said, guys, this is what's floating around. She's a content creator and an actress. It's a skit. All she had to do was say, this is a skit. And then the world wouldn't have probably gave a fuck. They would have just said, this is a good skit. I know some people go through this in life, but at least we know it's not real. There's not 3 kids that are going to be starving, right? Because I said in my mind, no way someone's going to record something like that. If CPS saw that video, they would want to know why she's out of stamps, and they would want to know why she felt like the dad was obligated to feed her other kids. If you can't control your stamps, we might need to take those kids. See, that's how you know it's not a real video. A mom is not going to expose herself. Well, some dumbasses do. But if I still worked for CPS, I would have did a random home visit. Because clearly she said, you didn't bring no food for my other kids. I don't get stamps until the 7th. So as a caseworker, I would say, she doesn't get stamps. Where did those stamps go for 4 kids? It ain't adding up, right? So anything, she would have probably had those kids taken away because she can't afford to keep the kids. She can't even feed them. She can't even keep the stamps long enough until she gets stamps again. There's a problem there. So if anything, I ask myself, what woman would expose herself like that for not being able to feed all her kids, right? So again, guys, validation and attention is what these women are doing just to go fucking viral. I've been said this. I've been talking about this all year. The woman I exposed for lying about being sexually assaulted. I'm exposing these women who are blatantly making up these lies just for you guys to make them famous. And the sad part is when you do find out that it was a lie, people like to say, well, there's somebody in this world that probably really went through that. And I agree, but it ain't them. It ain't them. So while we're over here focused on these kids that don't exist, there's real kids out there that are starving. That's why I'm mad. McDonald's even came out and said, they feed kids. And you know it was in reference to that fucking video. That's how far her video went, y'all. She has celebrities, football players, athletes, everybody sharing this lying ass video. That's why I'm mad. But yet I share stuff where people might need help getting their kids, and no one ever wants to help those individuals. Hey, Daphne, I heard that story. Does that person need financial assistance? Can I help them? Never gotten nothing like that for any of the clients that I help. But the minute a woman says, what about my other kids? And makes up a fucking lie, she never showed her face until after, right? I'm the baby mama, makeup done up, wig on, ugly ass bird lashes. I'm the baby mama, everybody. Then you go to her TikTok, and all she does is make baby mama and baby daddy skits. And y'all telling me y'all believe that story? I didn't see 4 kids on any of her videos. I saw 1 kid, but I didn't see 4. So again, you guys, these people will do all this just to go viral. They will. And then the guy that was in that video that was blurred, he is a TikTok famous person too. Found his TikTok as well. A lot of his shirts, he's wearing a TikTok shirt. So again, she had the actor help her out. I'm going to blur your face. That way it makes it look more real. Come on, you guys. It's not hard to figure this stuff out. Sometimes we have to realize that people will do these things just to get likes and shares. I'm very disappointed. And to any men that have a baby mama who has other kids, you don't have to do shit for those other kids. They have daddies. They're somebody else's sperm, not yours. You do not have to care for someone else's kids, because say that you were the simp of the day. Say that you were the simp and you said, okay, I'm going to get all those kids meals. Is that what you're going to do until the 7th when her stamps come? Because it would be wrong for you to buy them food once and not continue to buy food for them when you know they're going to need it, right? Right? Why put a Band-Aid over an open wound? That makes no sense. You're only feeding them for the night. They're still going to be hungry, right? So why even do that to yourself when you're going to have to keep feeding them? You would be labeled wrong if you only fed them once and then said, okay, y'all gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do for the rest of the days. See, then you really didn't help, right? That's why when we work for the state and people said, oh, I need help with my rent. Before we help you with rent, we want to know how you're gonna afford rent for the next month and the next month, or else we're not really helping you, right? We're putting you right back in the hole. That's the same way in real life. So a lot of men said, well, I would have just fed the kids. Okay, because you're a simp. They have daddies. Not me. I would have made sure my child that I had with the woman had food, and then I would have called CPS and I would have submitted a tip. I went to bring my kid food, and the mother of my kid said her other kids are starving. That's what I would have did. I would have definitely called CPS because I want those kids to be in the right hands, not hers. And then maybe the man should be fighting for custody of his kid because clearly she can't feed them. So at the end of the day, that's how that would have went. I wouldn't have just been feeding everybody else's kids. That's weird as hell. Do you think women would do that? Do you think a woman would take care of another woman's kids? Hell to the fucking no. Let's say it was a woman. Because, women ain't doing that for no bitch. You chose that woman. That's who you gonna be with. Those are y'all kids, right? They ain't my responsibilities. Them are your kids. You chose those kids with her. That's how a woman would be. I ain't never heard of a woman saying, okay, babe, I'm not only going to bring our son kids, but I'm going to feed your girlfriend's kids too. Okay? Women don't do that. Women don't do that. They kick you while you're down. They say, well, you chose her. That's who you nutted in, right? Those are y'all kids. That's what a woman would have done. So men, you have to be the same way. Them ain't my kids. I'm only responsible for that one child. Those other 3 bastards are your responsibility. That's your fault. Like I said, guys, I expose this kind of behavior all the time, but no one ever cares when I show them the truth. Because it means that they would have to take accountability. And that woman is still eating that up. Like I told you guys, when that woman lied about sexual assault, it got 20,000 shares, y'all. And even after I exposed her, she still went viral. People still gave her money. People still said, I feel bad. Y'all remember the other story? Oh, we got into an argument and he destroyed my apartment. All that showed was some bleach on the couch, a couple of tears on the mattress, and 2 broken windows. Now, we know in a real domestic situation, if you're mad at someone, you're putting holes in the wall, you're putting bleach on the carpet, you're doing real life damage. The damage that was done to her apartment was baby damage. 2 broken windows, some bleach on the couch, and a little bit of bleach on a mattress. All those things can be replaced. See, the scam was she was moving out. That old furniture, she was leaving because she already had the new furniture at the new place. So what they did for the little viral skit, let's destroy this old shit and say a man did it because he was mad. And let's do a GoFundMe and ask for $15,000. And let's also say that you have kids. That was the scam. I exposed that scam. I exposed that scam too. And they only made like $70 out of the $15,000. So y'all think I'm lying. Not only do people lie about sexual assault, they lie about domestic violence. And who's in the center of this? A man. They would do anything to make the man look like it's their fault. The sexual assault, everybody was looking for the man who did it. When the woman said, he destroyed my apartment, I have 2 kids, I'm about to be homeless, they were looking for the man who did it. And now I'm about to expose my baby daddy. Anything to make a black man look like a predator, a liar, a thief, an unfit father, they will do it to go viral. All 3 of those things I just named, I expose these people. And yet, they never get held accountable for it, y'all. So that's why it's hard to do what you do when you're doing right, because people that do wrong, they always get favor. That woman went up almost 250,000 followers off of a lie. That just tells you how much these women will still support another woman, even if she's lying. They'll support her. Because women will say, well, I don't think it's a lie because it happens in real life. Or I don't think it's a lie because she did a follow-up video. You have to do the follow-up video to cater the lie. That makes the lie stick. Now I'm going to show my face. But what she did wrong, she didn't want to make her TikTok private, because then that would defeat the purpose of her getting all these followers, right? She wanted to make sure everybody saw her face. Full makeup, ugly lashes, really bad makeup. But you could tell she used some money to make sure she looked decent, right? So again, that's what these women are doing to go viral. And nobody's looking at what they're doing to become viral. They have to put a man out there in the street to make him look bad. How many times am I going to have to expose these bitches? I'm tired of it. Y'all lying about being assaulted. You're lying about a man tearing up your apartment because you broke up with him. Like your pussy was really that good. Then you lie about a dad bringing food to a kid and not bringing them to your other bastard kids. So again, women are willing to do all these things just to go viral, y'all. This is a drug. It's a fucking drug. Because if they don't go viral, if they're not getting the attention that they seek, their life isn't meaningful. They have to do something. And in order to go viral these days, sexual assault, domestic violence, and an unfit father. Those are 3 things that will get you viral overnight. Go on Facebook right now and say, he tried to sexually assault me, and it will go viral overnight. These women know how to do it now. And these kids are learning from the adults. Because they know if they lie, people are still going to forgive them later and say, well, we know how it is. It's hard out here. We understand. But they forget that a man has to be thrown under the bus for them to go viral. I just told you guys 3 big things this year that I've exposed people for. And we're only in July. So when are y'all going to wake up and see this? Lies to go viral. We can even add Tisha Campbell to the list. Oh, he was going to kidnap me. Get in the car. No, we still haven't heard any update. Then, now people are talking about Trey Songz. He just submitted some evidence that shows that he never sexually assaulted that woman, right? Y'all remember December 31st? Trey Songz sexually assaulted me, but she said the R word, right? We're in July. Where are the charges? What happened? Why isn't his pervert ass locked up? Because if Trey is really doing this man is untouchable then, because he's never getting locked up. All these women are throwing out all these allegations on this man, and I'm waiting for him to be in prison playing butt buddies with Tyrone. But he's not. He's not in prison. Because if you tell someone that he sexually assaulted you and they do an investigation and find out that you're lying, your ass is going into the slammer, right? This woman said December 31st, 2021, that he assaulted her sexually. And now we're 7 months in and we haven't even had an update. When you don't get an update to something like that, It's a fucking lie. I'm not saying Trey is not a pervert. I saw the video where he lifted up the woman's shirt, but I also saw the video where them women were putting their hands down his pants. See, we only see one side. Is Trey Songz a sexual creature? He sure is. But the video I saw of those women trying to grab his dick, they're just as nasty. But the video that they wanted to show you was him lifting up the girl's bra. But that same girl was putting her hand down his fucking pants. So again, you guys, they only show you what they want you to see so that you can say all men are like that, right? Attention is a drug. And any woman that's seeking money over a criminal charge, you did it for attention. That is my answer to everything. A woman that seeks money before a charge, to me, it tells me that she just wanted the money. Because a real victim doesn't want him to do it again to the next woman or man, right? Right? So why are all these women seeking money? Why are all these women wanting $500,000 or $1 million for pain and suffering? Because even with the money, that ain't gonna change what happened. You would want him to be locked up, right? Rotting in prison, right? That's what I thought a real victim wanted. A real victim of sexual assault isn't gonna settle in court. She wants to make sure that that person who did it never does it again. So I find it funny how all these lying ass women want money over convictions. Like, we're going too far. Because if you do a criminal charge, they're going to do what's called a thorough investigation. Phone records, pings. They're going to look at every detail. They can't do a kid on you because it already occurred, right? If you're trying to get a man for sexual assault from 2013, of course they can't do a rape kit. Too late, right? But they can pull records. They can ask you where you were at, get witnesses. It takes more time. And that's why people go to prison for lying, because they used all those resources that costed money, right? So most women don't go that route because they're lying. You can't say that somebody did that to you decades ago and now you want money for it. That makes you look even worse. You waited all this time to speak. Then when you do speak, you're suing them civilly. Come on, ladies. That don't tell me that you were a victim. It tells me that you want that money. And sometimes money comes over their morals all day long, because they know if they sue somebody that's making millions of dollars, 9 times out of 10, they're going to settle because they don't have the time to go to court 50 times a week, right? But the person that they damaged, his career will never be revived. That's what makes me mad. Attention is a drug. These women wake up every day and they pop their attention pill. Some of them pop 2 pills. Some of them pop 3 pills because they want the attention that bad. And like I said, I'm disgusted with the amount of women I had to expose this year. And it's not just them. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my phone that I'm going to start posting from a while ago that I was just taking pictures of, replying, and not posting, just holding it in my phone. But I got a lot of stuff because these women, they're never going to change. They're not. Attention to them, it's needed. If they're not getting the attention that they want, they will create a story that's going to help them get there. And nowadays, if you lie about those 3 things that I mentioned, you will go viral overnight. It's a proven fact. Say that he tried to sexually assault me when I was walking home. 100,000 shares, I predict, in 24 hours. Then in the comments, you throw your YouTube music in there. In the comments, you throw your boutique, how you do lashes and nails, right? Because then people say, well, she's a victim, but posting her business. That's kind of weird. Come on, you guys. I don't get it. I don't get why women are doing all this just to go viral. But I do have shirts now that say attention is a hell of a drug, because it is. It is. I haven't seen a video like that McDonald's one go viral like that since the sexual assault girl lied. But her video actually hit the news. And with her doing all these things, ask yourself why the news haven't did an interview on her. All these low-level pages might, can you do a video with her? And she can entertain the lie, but the news has to verify. Who are your 4 kids? Because on your TikTok, we don't see 4 kids. Show us the 4 kids. We want to help. You said you're not getting stamps to the 7th, right? We want to help. But then when they offer the help, oh no, it's okay. I got the help that I needed. Because now, when they have to verify, they don't have nothing to stand on because they lied. When McDonald's was saying we'll help, McDonald's was telling her they'll help. They feed kids all summer long. That was their little slogan. We'll help you, but they have to verify first. We need to see 4 kids. 4 kids. But then the lie is not supported unless she goes and finds 4 kids. All I'm saying is, even when women lie, they still get favor. She lied, you guys. And y'all still talking about this shit on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I still see her face. People still keep talking about it. Y'all still keep giving this woman clout. And on every post that I see it on, people are saying it was a skit. And y'all still don't care. Well, we don't care if it was a skit because it really happens. Well, it didn't happen in that video because that was a lie. It's the fact that she won't admit it was a skit. That's what makes me mad, because real people wanted to help her. Celebrities wanted to help her. You know, when you hear about a woman with 4 kids by 4 baby daddies, it tugs at everybody's heartstrings. Those dads left her. How dare they? How dare those men leave that woman? She didn't deserve that. It's hard being a single mother. Single mother's doing it all. A single mother would die for her kids, ride for her kids. That's a good woman there. We want to donate to her. Can someone start a GoFundMe? She has 4 kids. 4 innocent little kids, right? 4 kids with 4 men is irresponsible. That's what that is. You chose those men, right? I don't feel sorry. And if it was a real story, I still wouldn't feel sorry. When I worked for the government, I would ask women, if you knew you were struggling after one kid, why do you have 4? Oh, because I love sex, then it's your fault. You are a piece of shit for a mother. Because if you're struggling after 1 kid, 3 is not going to help unless you're trying to find that ticket. You want that child support. All 4 dads pay child support. The government is letting you live in a place for $5 a month. They give you all the food stamps your heart desires. You could sell them on the street. They put you in these nice houses that take Section 8. That's the life for a lot of you bitches, huh? That's the life. The more men I can get to knock me up, the more the government's going to give me. Yes, I will never have to work. I can do hair from my nice house, my basement, and make that money on the side and not report it to the government. Do nails, do lashes, have my own little side hustle while the dads are struggling to pay me. I'm rich. I never have to work a real job. And then those are the women that go on Facebook and say, y'all not even on my financial level. Ain't that something? Women know that the more kids they have, the more the government is going to hold them in their hands. You poor single mother. How dare those men knock you up? How dare they leave you a baby mama? It's the man's fault. He should have got a vasectomy. He should have wore a condom. Right? It's the man's fault. I'm sure he tried to entice you. He got you to open your legs and take his dick without a condom. How dare he do that to her? She didn't ask for this. That's what society says. What Daphne says, she absolutely asked for it. She planned it. She knew having sex with this man without a condom, and she's fertile from the last motherfucker that nutted in her. She's fertile. If I have sex with him, that's 2 kids. Put him on child support. Now I'm getting that $600 a month. The government's going to give me stamps. They're going to give me free housing. Oh, I'm about to be. In these women's eyes, that's a vacation. Irresponsible with your pussy. Because a man is not, unless he held you, at gunpoint and said, open your legs, you chose to be a baby mama. Not once, not twice, however many times you're a baby mama, you chose that. You chose it. And then when you choose that lifestyle, you come up with ways to make the man look bad so that you can get help. Y'all remember that black woman who said, yeah, I'm about to lose my house because of COVID. I got all these kids. The kids were sitting on the couch looking all sad, looking down, looking depressed. And what did they do for her? They started a GoFundMe, right? It was in the hundreds of thousands. And she was just the babysitter. The real mom found out. Remember that? It tugged at America's heartstrings. Anytime a woman adds a kid to her sad GoFundMe story, you're going to get money. You are. Show a picture of the kid. You even have women that put fake IVs in the kid's nose and took a picture because they work as a CNA and they took the supplies home. Oh, guys, I got some stuff in my phone. Took some supplies home and made it look like her kid was in a hospital dying and started a GoFundMe. Do y'all get what I'm saying? These women will say that their own child is dying just to get a couple dollars. Oh, I've been doing a lot of exposing before they got me. I just don't post everything right away because when I do report people and tell on people, I wait for an update now because I know people love to hear my updates. But that's what women will do. They will go that far. Some of them work in the healthcare field as CNAs and they think they're a nurse. No correlation. It's not the same. You're just an assistant, a low-level assistant. That's it. You're a CNA. You're not a nurse. There is a difference. But they will steal supplies and try to make their babies look like they're dying just so people can donate. That's how desperate these women are. And y'all think that this is a joke. Oh, but there are some kids that are really dying. And that is very true. But when you lie about it, how can we sit there and not hold somebody accountable for going that far? Right? How far is too far? That's too far to me. But that's how far these women will go to get help from people like you guys who have a heart. Oh, that's a baby. Poor baby. Poor baby. Right? That's what these women are doing. And the more I expose them, I get on bans. I get shut down because Facebook loves these sob stories and they tend to believe them. Facebook doesn't have a you capping option on there. I wish they did. You got a lot of women that lie, and a lot of these dads don't even know because the mom probably gets the kids majority of the time. And you don't even know she started a GoFundMe saying that the kids are homeless. The dad cheated. They love that story. The dad cheated and I had to leave him. And I left with our kids and I didn't take anything with me. Anything helps, you guys. And they're posted from a different page because you know their real family will say, you lying. I just went to your house, right? These women are wanting to do these things for attention. When are we going to start holding people accountable? Nobody has came out and said, why that woman lie? Knowing that she did a skit, right? Everybody's continuing to post it. You do. Cloud kicker. You do get crucified. Telling the truth, you will get reported. That's what happens today, guys. Every person I exposed, I got reported in some way. I might have won one, but I lost a lot. Every now and then I'll win an appeal. I'll appeal it and win. When I reported that GoFundMe, they did launch an investigation, and I'm waiting to hear back. I knew it was a full of shit story because we know when I worked for the state, I saw domestic violence. And when a man is mad and he wants to hurt you, he will do a lot of damage, not spot damage. What I call spot damage is if you go to someone's house and they say, yeah, he got mad at me. And you see, let's say, a broken mirror, your phone shattered, and your shoes got bleach on them. Those are things that can be replaced, right? Those are called spot damages. When I worked for the state, I knew a real scene from a fake scene, a stage scene. You know how when cops go to like a house, they're trying to figure out why somebody got killed, and they're trying to make you think that person got robbed. So they'll pull out all the dressers, throw some clothes on the ground, they try to throw the cops off, but the cops are smarter than that. That's me. If you're only destroying certain little things in a house, like you were picking what you want to destroy, then it's a fake stage scene. Because a real angry person, I'm destroying every fucking thing. Ripping the TVs out the wall. I'm putting holes in the wall. I'm putting real damage in your shit. Real damage. Shit that's going to take a long time to repair. I'm not just going to break a phone and break a couple of mirrors. You can go buy those at Lowe's or Home Depot and replace those, right? So guys, you got to be more visual with these people that are lying. Stop lying. A man is not obligated to care for kids that aren't his unless he signed up for that in the beginning. If he signed up for that and says you'll take care of them and adopt them, that's different. But a man is not obligated, just like a woman wouldn't be obligated to take care of somebody else's kids. It goes both ways. But my biggest thing is stop lying. Post real stories. Because then when people really do go through it, they know how to adapt and work through it. Because you posted a real story with a real result at the end, right? All I'm saying is, in everything I've caught this year, the man was the villain. The woman was the victim. And people ate it up. People ate it up, you guys. Even when I showed the inboxes that were fake of him saying, I create the GoFundMe. Thank you, because I don't know how to use the GoFundMe. Now check this out, guys. GoFundMe is so simple. You just need an email and a bank account. So you allow a stranger, you will allow a stranger to create a GoFundMe and use their bank account to get your donations. Does that make sense, you guys? If you're a woman that's in your 20s and you don't know how to create a GoFundMe, but you know how to fuck and have a kid, something is wrong. Something's wrong. And they asked for $15,000, y'all, for 2 broken mirrors, some bleach on a couch, and bleach on a mattress. Is that $15,000? Hell to the no. The couch was old and outdated. The couch was probably $150. Mattress, you can get that anywhere for a couple hundred. Those mirrors you can get at Walmart. It was about $500 worth of damage. And that's me being nice. And you're asking for $15,000. And y'all telling me that wasn't a scam? All I'm saying is, if your food stamps are running out early, it's because you're buying all that bullshit. Now, I also posted a meme that I created showing somebody's pantry that was filled with sugar and processed food and sodium. And women came at me for that. How do we know she doesn't have healthy food in the freezer and the refrigerator? Fellas, check this out. If her pantry is filled with processed foods, she eats unhealthy. I've never seen a house where the pantry was filled with diabetes, high blood pressure, but in the freezer and the refrigerator was all the healthy shit. You can only put so much stuff in there, y'all. Well, maybe the waters are in the refrigerator. Anybody that's a water drinker would know in that pantry, you'll see 2 big 24 packs of water at the bottom, at the very bottom of the pantry. Not Gushers and Capri Suns and Hawaiian Punch and sodas. Come on, you guys. I bet you that refrigerator was filled with juice, soda, and a lot of other bullshit. But women got mad at me. You're judging single mothers off of a meme? It didn't say nothing about single mothers. It said her. Because you got a lot of women that run out of stamps early, and people be like, how do you run out so fast? You had $800. They sold half of them, and the other half they bought junk food. I've been at Walmart many a times, and I see a woman with a white piece of paper, and she'll have 2 carts. Her kid will be pushing one cart. She'll have the baby in the other cart, and both carts are filled with bullshit. Tell me I'm lying. Walmart exposes these women. They expose women all the time. I've been to the Dollar Tree. I might have needed to get some plates for a party. I'm not going to spend no expensive stuff. I go to Dollar Tree also has nice little colored plates. I like going there to get that stuff. If you're doing like a theme party, I go to Dollar Tree. You'll see these women with carts full of the junk that's at the Dollar Tree. Those snacks, those cupcakes, everything is in that cart. They're doing full shopping at the Dollar Tree. Y'all know how the Dollar Tree got the refrigerators in the back filled with bad stuff, right? We all can name a time where we saw somebody with a whole bunch of carts filled with junk food. I don't see, turkey meat. I don't see, salads. I don't see food in their cart. I see bullshit in the cart. Pizza rolls and, fruit roll-ups and everything. These women don't even know how to spend correctly. They just throw anything in the cart. And then they're usually obese, and so are the kids. That's why Michelle Obama had that program in there. She said it starts at home. Y'all using y'all stamps to buy bullshit. You're not buying food. Women don't even cook. They buy some tater tots and some little corn dogs stored in the oven, and that's cooking for their kids. 2 corn dogs and some tater tots with a cup of juice, Hawaiian Punch. That's what they feed their kids. Or they get lazy and they go to McDonald's. Get the chicken nugget meal, Happy Meal. You're poisoning your kids. Y'all women need to start cooking. Clean food. Not processed food. This food is killing the kids. That's what it's doing. The Jolly Rancher Pop-Tarts and all that other bullshit. Get them some Honey Nut Cheerios with no sugar. The regular ones. Give them some real stuff that's going to help them grow. But y'all don't want to do that. Instead, they say, well, I ran out of stamps and my baby daddy wouldn't give me no money for food. He shouldn't have to. You're getting 800 in stamps. How do you run out? Take your ass to the store and buy real food and you won't run out. Frozen food, when you buy turkey meat and turkey bacon and things, that lasts a long time. You can make a lot of meals out of that. That red meat, no good. Change your diet a little bit. Kids will eat what you give them. Instead of going to McDonald's and buying chicken nuggets, make the chicken nuggets at home. Like I said, these women are doing everything they can to make the man look like the bad guy. Attention. It's a drug to them. And as long as people are not holding them accountable and they're sharing it, they're not going to stop. Just like that woman went to the mixer and not one man showed up. It was all us ladies. Right? Remember that? That wasn't too long ago, y'all. And then what happened? The next video, you see all these beautiful black men. Dressed nice, clean. Look like they took a shower, shaved, dancing. Now, there were more women, but we outnumber men. Duh. We outnumber men. But there were a lot of men there. A lot. But she tried to, again, make men look bad. They do everything they can to shit on men. Not one man in sight, shaking my head. Had all the girls, well, I figured that, sis. Well, men ain't shit. That's why. We need to start dating each other. I can believe it. They're probably at home with their Beckys. Well, they're probably in jail. They're probably with their baby mamas and their 50 kids. You should have saw the comments. They were attacking men like they always do. But then somebody else had a different view. Here's all these beautiful chocolate men in our presence, laughing, dancing, getting to know us. And then what did that bitter bitch do? She doubled back. Well, there was probably only like 10 men and 200 women. Oh, no accountability. When they do that follow-up video and they still try to downplay, they still try to make it seem like what they said was true. No accountability. She just said, you guys, you know what? I was wrong. I got there too early and I assumed no men were going to show up. My fault. When are women going to say that? That's all they want y'all to do. Stop shitting on these men. When are y'all going to retract and say, you know what? I lied. You go viral for being honest too. Believe it or not. When you go back and retract, people give you more credit when you go back and say, you know what? I got to the mixer way too early. Y'all know how some of us women are. We're so excited that we're going to see a good looking man. So we get there too early. Because y'all know at a club, men always come late. Men don't get there when the club first open. Men like to make an appearance. They come in there clean cut, suave. That's if you know how real men get down, they love to come a little late to the party, right? But she made it a big point to let you guys know that men ain't shit because they all signed up for this mixer and they didn't even show up. And all these women rode that hate train saying men ain't shit, right? But then what happened? So again, guys, that's 4 big instances I named on social media where a woman shitted on a man to make him look bad and it was a lie. How many of these examples y'all want me to give y'all? Chloe Bailey. I'm so tired of men at this point. So you're tired of men because you chose Gunna? You're tired of men because you chose that type of man? All this jumping and gyrating and all this sexual stuff you do on stage, like your pussy is that fire and you couldn't even keep a man. Like I said, a lot of these women will make you think they got that fire pussy. You get with them, you're not going to ever want another woman. But then they get with a man and it don't last. It's all gimmicks, you guys. It's all gimmicks. But y'all love to say, oh, I know she's good in bed. How do y'all know? People act. These celebrities, they act. They want y'all to think that they got the best of the best. And then when they get with a man and they can't keep him, I go back to, what happened? You were supposed to have the best of the best. But her sister said, I miss my man. Her younger sister said she missed her man. See, her younger sister is who I like. She minds her business. She don't got to force y'all to look at her body and force y'all to say that she's sexy. She just moves with class. Her older sister, Chloe just don't know how to be a woman and a lady. She wants to be like everybody else on IG. Every other picture is a sexual picture, and that's why you don't have a man. Because that didn't keep Gunna, right? Gunna couldn't be kept. You don't think he had a lot of other bitches on standby before he got in trouble? He sure did. A man like that ain't gonna settle with one woman. Oh no. All I'm saying is you got one sister that hates men, the other sister that loves men. Make it make sense. So what is she gonna do next? Say she don't like her sister? All I'm saying is, ladies, you gotta stop doing things for attention. You have to stop that. It's getting old. And as long as you got people like me and other people on social media who look for that shit and they look to expose it, we're gonna keep exposing y'all. We are going to keep exposing y'all. Because in this case, they're not going viral off of something that they did. They're going viral off of making a man look bad. If you have to make a man look bad in order to go viral, I'm going to expose you every time. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, ladies. Y'all got to start learning. Y'all got to start learning. And stop getting mad at people like me who are catching the bullshit. Because we're people that see it online, right? You guys would do anything to make a man look bad. Go to the gym just so he can look at you and you can say, stop looking at me, pervert. Create a whole lie about being sexually assaulted by a man. Almost kidnapped by a man. Robbed and had your apartment destroyed by a man. Didn't show up to a mixer. The man. You see what I'm saying? All these things have to do with a man. And that's why they hate men. Because when people make up a lie like that, it further makes them say, you know what? I know I'm right then. I have every right to say men ain't shit. Look what they did. Didn't show up to a mixer. Destroyed this woman's apartment knowing she has 2 kids. Tried to sexually assault this woman or did. This is why they hate men. Because of these lies that these women put out. If men were doing this, women would have a whole movement called Stop the Cap. Men stop the cap. Right? But we can't do it to women. If they lie about something like this on social media, they'll lie about something in real life. Real talk. That means in their real life, they're lying on men. And that's where I'm going with that. I would be a little concerned. If you guys don't want to hold these liars accountable, I will. Whenever somebody puts out a video saying that my baby daddy didn't buy kids for all 4 of my kids, but then in their heading it says I'm an actress and I do content, baby mama and baby daddy videos, TikTok famous, how much proof do y'all need? How much proof do y'all need? The minute I saw TikTok famous, I was sick to my stomach. This woman did all this for clout. Damn. And you had the black man join your boat, your hate boat. You had the black man make us think that he was a real dad bringing McDonald's. Come on, y'all. Come on, you guys. I just put the link in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Because again, like I said, I'm going to keep holding these women accountable. Because they're doing too many things that I just don't find right. Fellas, if you got a baby mama who keeps asking you for money and you're already giving her child support and she's telling you, well, I don't have any money, instead of you arguing with the bitch, call CPS. Stop letting these women get away with this. Because if it was you, they'll call CPS and say, my daughter said that he did her hair and touched her neck. They'll do that to y'all all day long. Do y'all get it? They'll do everything in their power to make you look like a deadbeat dad or a fucking predator. They will go through great lengths to make you look like a predator. And yet you guys give them a pass every time. If she can afford her kids, she don't need them. It's that simple. But y'all keep giving these women favor. Stop giving women favor. Start exposing women now. That's saving the kids. Saving the kids will be to expose the mother. If she can afford her kids, call CPS. Because then we need to know what's going on. These women be on Section 8, paying $30 a month in rent, get food stamps, free health care, vouchers to do this, vouchers to do that. They get all this favor, and they're telling you that they still need to borrow a couple $100? No. Stop. Say nope, but what you can borrow is what I'm about to do to you. Borrow this pen and sign over your rights. If you can't afford your kids, you don't need them. But they tend to give them to the mother because she birthed them. They always get favor. A judge will still tell a mom who's struggling, who can't even afford rent, well, she's just having a bad month. Let's give her a few months free rent. That'll hold her over. She's a good mother, we can tell. But let that be a dad who's struggling. Well, maybe they should be in the mom's care full time. And then when you get back on your feet, we'll have a caseworker go out there and look, observe your living conditions, and then we'll see about you getting supervised visits. You see the difference, you guys? A dad can't fuck up. He fucks up, he loses the kids and has to fight to get them back 50-50 custody. But a mom gets favor. Let's give her all these resources, and then we'll check back in a few months and see if we should give the dad half the custody too. I just think she's having a rough patch. That's all. That's what they do. That's what they do, you guys. Let me look. I'm looking at the comments right now. I'm sorry, guys. I've been blabbing. Public assistance should be for Black men, not women. I agree. Unfortunately, women, they're the face of public assistance. Women, they get all the favor. And I keep telling you guys this. I worked in the state. I saw it. They get all the favor. A woman can say, he touched my daughter. I forgot to post that story too. I have a story that I had since last year, actually. And the dad told me that the mom accused him of touching their daughter. And this was around the time they were fighting for 50-50 custody. She didn't want him to have 50-50 custody of their kid. So she told them that he was touching and fondling their daughter. The man's life was destroyed. Lost his job. The neighborhood, they all looked at him like a predator. They didn't want him around. They were calling him a pervert. How could you? How dare you? The mom played the game very well. Played the game very well until they got the truth. That mom told the daughter to lie. There was never any proof of those allegations. But when they talked to the daughter without the mom present, she said her mom told her to say that. And when they went back to court, the judge still gave each of them 50-50 custody. Imagine how the dad felt. This woman destroyed his life, reputation, and the judge still gave her favor. I feel if a woman makes a claim like that and it turns out that she lied, she should never get her kids again. That's just my punishment. You don't need your kids ever. Because if you'll lie about that, you'll lie about anything. And that's a dangerous person to be around. But how can a judge still say, even though you lied and probably could have gotten this man killed, you got him fired, got him harassed, bottles thrown at his car, tires slashed, cars keyed. They really wanted this man dead, I'm sure. And even when the truth came out, oh, we're sorry. Yeah, we should have waited until we got the facts. We're sorry. But hey, at least you get 50% custody, you know? Do you think that that's better than everything he went through? Like I said, women get favor, guys. They can do some of the most dirtiest things. They can be like an R. Kelly and still get favor. Oh, I don't think she's all there. I think we need to sentence her to some help, a psychiatric unit. I don't think she should go to prison. I think she has something wrong with her mental. That'd be a woman in the R. Kelly situation. She wouldn't get 30 years. Women get less time for molesting their students. People think it's cute. There was a sheriff who they fired who was having sex with a 15-year-old boy. They gave her 6 months in prison. Isn't that an R. Kelly moment? They gave the white woman who was a former sheriff deputy, she was a cop, high-ranking cop, was having sex with a minor. And they gave her only 6 months in prison. And you guys are over here celebrating R. Kelly. They're making R. Kelly the poster boy of all this. When you got these white men who get less time. Is R. Kelly guilty? Yeah, he did some of that shit. He did. The parents are just as guilty. But let's not act like R. Kelly wasn't molested as a fucking kid. That's what you guys forget. He's been fucked up for a long time. And instead of real people in his life getting him help, they fed that monster. They fed it. That's what they did. R. Kelly really needed help. When he said he used to drink from his mother's glass that had the lipstick on it, that's when we knew he needed some fucking help. When he said that those adult women molested him, turned him out as a child, can you imagine? Just like they say most females who are molested at a young age, they turn out to be real, out there. I'm not going to say 304, but they turn out to be out there. They sleep around with a lot of men because they didn't get help. I know a lot of victims that are women who were molested as girls, little girls. And now they got all these kids and all they did was sleep around and sleep around and sleep around. And you would say, well, why would they do that? Because they did not get help and nobody heard them. It's the same for men. A lot of these boys get fondled, molested, taken advantage of, and then they grow up with that mentality because they did not get the counseling and help because nobody believes it happens to boys, right? It only happens to girls. It happens to boys and it changes them. It does. R. Kelly should have gotten help years ago. Years ago. But since it was a normal thing for him as a boy, he just went on with life. Is he a pervert? Absolutely. But what about those women who took advantage of him as a kid? How come people are laughing at that instead of saying, why didn't we hold those women accountable? Right? That's all I'm saying. I would never give somebody like that a pass. But let's not act like a lot of these boys get turned out like that and they turn out to be, crazy like that. Sexual predators is what they call them. Right? I'm just keeping it real with you guys. When he did marry Aaliyah, that was a red flag. Do you think when he married Aaliyah, her parents didn't know about it? Are we gonna sit here and act like Aaliyah didn't know what she was doing was wrong? Are we gonna sit here and give people favor because they were pretty? Are we? When he married Aaliyah, it wasn't no secret, you guys. He got permission. So you can't keep calling that man a pervert for that when I know her parents were fully aware. That money was big back then. We talking about the old school R. Kelly. We're talking about the R. Kelly who wrote her hits and got her family money. They didn't care what Aaliyah did. We're not going to act like Aaliyah wasn't fucking Jay-Z and then got passed on to Dame Dash. Aaliyah was a hot pocket too. But people love to look at her as an angel. She was human. She was human and she was out there too. The real people that knew Aaliyah knew she was out there. We all knew about that. Jay-Z passed her on to Dame Dash, not the other way around. So we need to start analyzing these situations and saying, you know what? That's what really happened. But because she passed away so young and she was so beautiful and everybody looked at her like she was a god, they didn't think she would do no wrong in their eyes. Well, she did. She was a hot pocket too. She was. Everybody knew that. Especially around them times when Jay-Z and Dame Dash was cool. They used to have women backstage sucking them up before they went on tour. I saw the DVD. They was rough back then. They was hitting women all over the place. It was bad. Was Aaliyah beautiful? Absolutely. She minded her own business, but she also was a part of that life of sleeping around and getting passed on, to other guys. And that's just the reality, guys, that you got to face. People don't want to hear about their favorite singers really being like that. But because it's a woman, we have to protect her reputation. No, we have to be honest with the reputation. We do. I'm not going to hold back on anyone. A lot of your favorites were like that back then. But you guys still protect them because they're women. But we could talk about what men did, right? When R. Kelly got sentenced to 30 years, women were throwing parties. So only black men do this? We don't know of any Catholic priests. We don't know about any of that, though, right? These Catholic priests been molesting boys for decades. And they don't even get 30 years. We can go deep if y'all want to go deep. Elvis Presley was fucking a 14-year-old and married her. Oh, but that was back in the day. It doesn't count. Our grandmothers, Oh, okay. It doesn't count. So when R. Kelly was messing with these girls in the 90s, that's back in the day too. Does that not count? Because we talking about the R. Kelly that had pool parties where parents invited their kids over there. Just like Hugh Hefner had Playboy parties, and there were 14, 15, and 16-year-old girls in that house. Bill Cosby just paid $500,000 to a girl who was 16 at the Playboy Mansion. Nobody wanted to ask why she was there, though, right? Did Bill Cosby go and pick her up and bring her? No. She got there on her own free will. Back in the day, these girls were fast. They were out there like that. But y'all don't want to bring that up because they were kids. Nobody wants to know why were the kids there? Where were the cops at? Nobody's asking that question. They're happy that that woman got $500,000. No, I'm not happy about that. I need to know where the parents were because everybody knows that Hugh Hefner had minors at his house that went there willingly. They willingly went to his house. He didn't force any of those young girls to be there. They knew they would get money, implants, makeup, the life at his mansion. If Hugh Hefner was alive right now and he wasn't as old as he was, he would have been given probably 100 years because y'all think R. Kelly's bad. Hugh Hefner was worse than R. Kelly. But y'all don't want to go there, though, right? Because he's white. Hugh Hefner was holding women captive. Hugh Hefner was connected with Donald Trump, Epstein. He was connected with a lot of these perverts. But y'all don't want to go that deep. Now they want to talk about Hugh Hefner holding women captive and taking 14, 15-year-olds under his wing. And he's dead now. But when he was alive, y'all had nothing to say. Y'all let him die with dignity. Now y'all want to bring up the shit on him. So it doesn't count in my book. Y'all should have did it when he was alive. He's dead now. So what y'all gonna do? Dig him up and then put him in jail?
So,
Elijah, did you welcome to the show? Did you have something you want to say?
yeah, everybody wants to sit there and talk about all these women are so nice and so cute. Let's not forget that Don Cornelius was also out there being crazy. There's stories coming out about him now that he held a woman captive in his room for 2 or 3 days. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This one, he held a woman captive for 2 or 3 days, and let's not forget, there've been the Boy Scouts have been doing this since the 1930s. There's actually a list that the Boy Scouts had of known. I don't know if I could say the word. Can I?
The R
Can
word
I say it? No, the P word.
for a woman
No,
or
for a
body
guy
parts?
who for a guy who touches
Oh,
kids.
predator. Yeah, it's the R word that we can't say. I still say it, but go ahead.
Predators who go around messing with little boys. They literally had a list of all those predators that go around messing with little boys. They go all the way back to the 30s that they actually had, and these people would get kicked out of scouts, move somewhere, and get kicked back in and get readmitted to the scouts and start doing it all over again. But now they just want to start saying, "Oh, we didn't know." There's a whole book or pamphlet or something in somebody's office saying, "Oh, we can just let them back in." And they were doing this from the 30s all the way to the 80s. And let's not forget, the Boy Scouts were actually started in Canada. And they let that stuff go on for I don't know how long. Can somebody make that make sense for me? Please, celebrity, make it make sense, as you say.
Yep. Well,
Nope, nobody
unfortunately,
said,
go ahead.
nobody says that. Nobody says anything about that. But we're just supposed to just walk around like everything's normal. Hell, most of these old Hollywood stars, if you have heard some of the stories I've heard on YouTube, it would make you lose your damn mind. Because all they do is sit up there and talk about these people like they're freaking saints. Oh, let's not talk about him. He's dead. He's this, he's that. Um, I can go all through the list. And they're just now starting to be brought to the forefront. Victor Salva, Roman Polanski. Let me think of another one. What's that other guy? The guy who did the X-Men, Brian Singer, Horatio Sands, the, and the guy that did the Ren and Stimpy show. You're probably too young to know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And to the life of me, oh, if they do it, oh, we're fine. But if a woman does it, oh, she's just this delicate, innocent flower, like you say. But let's not talk about how Ike Turner was molested when he was a little boy. There's a video, go look it up, about Ike Turner saying he was molested by two elderly women who used to actually get chickens for him when he was a boy, and they would give him a quarter. They would pick him up, take him into the house, and they would have his way with him. No wonder Ike Turner was so messed up. Do you get where I'm coming from with this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should address that. Lately, there have been a lot of men who have come out and said that they were molested by women. The most recent video I saw was from D. Ray Davis. If anyone knows who D. Ray Davis is, he's a comedian. We know that he has two girlfriends, right? He said that he was molested by two ugly women as a kid. And people laughed. Well, that explains why he has two women now. He's all fucked up. And women laughed at him. And they said, well, you should have said something. That's what angers me with women. If a man comes out and tells you that as a child he was taken advantage of by two Buicks, you guys will say, well, why didn't he say anything? You're a boy. You should have fought. But if they say that about a woman, well, why didn't you say anything? Why'd you wait 30 years to get Bill? They get prosecuted. They get hung to the cross. How dare you say that about a woman, right? Like I said,
Exactly.
Me Too movement is all about believing the woman. They don't care about the facts. They don't care about anything after the accusation. Believe anything that woman says. That's why people say Me Too movement is a scam. They don't say believe the woman and the facts, or believe the facts then believe the woman. It's believe the women. That's all they want you to do. They don't care about anything else. They feel like if a woman tells you it happened, it fucking happened, even if you have proof showing that it did not happen. It's a very dangerous time to be a man because you guys get accused for everything. I just showed you guys how the guy was at the bar and saw his boy's daughter. Do you know how easy it is to get a fake ID now? So if you're and here in Illinois, they have bars that are for 25-year-olds and up. If you're 24, you're not getting in. 23, you're not getting in. 22, y'all get what I'm saying. You're not fucking getting in unless you're 25 and up. That's the bar. So if you're at a bar as a grown man and you see a sexy woman, you're not thinking, let me ask her for her birth certificate. Let me
Let
ask her
me
a
ask her
quiz
for
about,
her ID.
hold on, sir. Hold on, Elijah. You're not asking, let me ask her for a birth certificate. Let me do a quiz and ask her when did Friday come out. Men are not thinking that because if you're in that bar, if you're in that club, you're 25 and up, period. So if he gets with that woman and takes her home and fucks her and then doesn't call her, and she being the child that she really is, gets emotional because he hit it and quit it, now I'm going to go around to mommy and daddy and say the R word. This is what happens to men every day. And men will say, well, I'm going to do whatever I can to avoid it. The only way you can avoid it is if you're asking this girl about her life and she shows you her birth certificate, because these fake IDs now, it's not like it was 20 years ago. You remember back in the day when you got a fake ID, it looked nothing like you. You looked older or you looked too young and made you look fat. It was imperfect. You can tell the flaws against the real ID. Nowadays, the shit is eye fucking identical. I've seen some really good fake IDs, passports, the whole nine. I mean, good shit. Technology has changed. So you can even ask her for her ID and it'll say she's 31 and really she's only 17.
You
Makeup
ain't
and
kidding.
wigs can do that. It can change. And nowadays, our women, they're developing a lot sooner at 13. Back in the day,
Exactly.
when we were 13, we had training bras. That's what you called them. Because we were in training, you know? Nowadays, you got to take these girls to a real place to get a real bra at 13. So imagine a girl that's fully grown and also wearing the best wig and makeup with baby hair. Got them long, ugly nails, a piercing on her nose, her nipples pierced, and her stomach pierced. You're not thinking this is a 15-year-old girl. Wow. No. So they fit the part, you guys. I told you guys about that woman who said, my daughter was kidnapped by a black man with dreads. She had a picture of the car and her daughter getting into the car. The picture she showed us was this innocent 13-year-old girl with braids in her hair that were coming out of the braids. Because, you know, when you get braids and you keep them in too long, you get that new growth at the top. She looked like a beautiful 12-year-old girl, right? But then when I went to mom's page and started going through the pictures, I see a picture of a girl bent over with this wig on, baby hair, heavy makeup, a skin tight shirt, a mini skirt, and she was bent over. I thought this girl was 30. That was the same 13-year-old daughter that she was telling people to help her find.
Exactly.
Everybody, everybody was sharing the post. They wanted that guy killed. She said, yeah, he had this type of car. This is what my ring picked up, you guys. We need to find this man. He kidnapped my baby. She was so dramatic. Then, a few hours later, my baby is home safe. The guy that took her to get something to eat. He was under the impression that she was 21 because that's the age that she gave him. And she looked exactly like the picture, bent over, makeup and all that. Her fast ass daughter got into the car with the man willingly. He didn't force her in the car. That's why he brought her back. He didn't even know that he was being looked for. But then the mom wanted him to get locked up for trying to sexually assault his daughter or trying to overpower her daughter. She wanted the man locked up, you guys. And the man wasn't even aware that he was a target. So what if the person found him in the drive-thru and blew his head off and then grabbed the daughter and brought her back to the mom? Now this guy lost his life. So when I'm telling you guys that these women would do anything for clout, they sure will. And they will also show you the picture that you don't want to see. Show me what she
Exactly.
looks like when she goes outside. Show me the makeup pic. Because the picture that I saw of the girl bent over, you wouldn't have known that was that first pic that the mom posted. You wouldn't have even been able to find her because they didn't look alike. She looked like a different woman with that wig and makeup. So again, what are we really doing, guys? Y'all trying to
Cause
get
you,
these black men killed. That's what you guys are trying to do. You're doing whatever it takes to get the black man thrown under the bus. I
cause you
promise
gotta
you
really
guys,
think.
I promise you
Cause you
guys,
gotta
these
really
men,
think.
I promise
You
you
have
guys
to
that the
really think.
boy, what
My
are you
bad.
saying? Because you keep no, what are you saying?
Cause you gotta really think. I can, if I had the right software in my computer right now that I'm talking to you on, I can make an ID for somebody. I could take a 12-year-old girl with few clips, a few clicks on my mouse screen. That's it. That 12-year-old girl that looks so innocent is now 27. I can press up the ID myself and make a quick what, 20, $30 just off the stuff I've got. And these people are using professional software. It's hard to tell now who is really who because anybody can look like anything nowadays.
So CC, you said unfortunately there are no consequences for kids in these situations because adults are expected to know better. Men do background checks. Well, you know what? They need to start implementing punishments for these kids. Like I told you guys, these kids these days are not the same as they were 20 years ago. You got 11-year-olds robbing elderly women and blowing their heads off. Now, let me ask you this. You find out that a 11-year-old shot somebody that you loved. Are you going to treat that 11-year-old like an innocent little kid? Y'all going to want them to
Hell
throw the book
no.
at that 11-year-old, right? And the parents, but the
Hell
kid
no.
too. You do have a show on TV called Kids That Murder because kids nowadays are not the same as the kids when we were growing up. They're evil. These kids that are, you just had a kid 5 months old, was sitting in the car with her mother in Chicago, and a bullet went through that 5 months old head, that 5 month old's head, and killed that baby instantly. She was only a few weeks shy of her 6 month birthday. She would have been, I mean, I said 6 months. She would have been 6 months. They said that she's the youngest victim in the history of Chicago. 5 months old, died. These young kids are doing this. It ain't these 70s and 80s and 90s. Well, I don't know. I don't know about the 90s, but it ain't these older people that are doing the killings. These people that are killing are 2000 babies. 2000. They don't care. They're evil. That
And
girl
that's
told that
our
man,
fault.
that girl told him, if you tell my dad you saw me here, I will act my ass off. Where do you think she got that from, guys? Where do you think a
Her
young
mother.
girl got that from? How would she know to lie? Because she sees it on social media every day. It's easy to lie. They're going to believe you. And if that girl is having sex, she can say, he did have sex with me. Then when they do a rape kit and see that she's torn down there, it's going to correlate. And he wore a condom and he told me, don't say anything. And he threw the condom away. All I'm saying is, guys, it's not hard. A lot of you guys say, well, that's why I'm not going to have any kids, or I'm not going to put myself in that position. You could be going to the store and get put in that position. Mistaken identity happens a lot too. It's really hard out here for men. That's why I said men have it harder, because you guys can't even sit next to a woman without her saying, he tried to touch me. He looked at me weird. It made me feel uncomfortable. All it takes is somebody to go to HR and say, he stares at me a lot.
Because that's what happened with Morgan Freeman. A woman actually said, "Oh, he looked at me lustfully. How am I supposed to look at you? So I can't even look at you with a certain expression without going to jail, getting looked at funny, or even you walking past me. Oh, he walked past me. Did this, that, and the third. I don't understand this. This is the reason why most of the time I'm in the house, or I'm not gonna be anywhere unless I'm with my brother or my family anyway. But doggone, every time I go outside, I see women that look like they're 20 something, but they might not be 20 something. So can somebody please tell me, what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything without getting in trouble. I can't look at a girl without getting in trouble. I can't walk past a girl without getting in trouble. And there's no way to tell how old these women, or they might be girls, really are, unless you look at their age, unless you ask them their age. And that's the one thing as a boy we were taught not to do. And
Man,
celebrity
please,
on
Elijah, throw that out the window, man. Ask them you don't even have to ask them for their age. Ask them to see their ID. And this is what I tell men: if you meet a girl and you're skeptical, because you do got some women that look really good for their age, and that they're really that age, whatever it might be. But if you're skeptical that this might be a child, I do tell men, test them, ask them a question that they should know for their age group. Oh yeah, I'm 30. Ask them something that you would have to be in that age group to know. Because if you ask them a common question and they don't know what you're talking about, then most likely they are a child. Also, their phone will tell you everything you need to know too. What's your social media? Oh, I don't have one. So I don't care how old they are. If they don't have social media, something's wrong. If she's telling you she's 30 and she doesn't have a Facebook, TikTok, or something, something's wrong. If she doesn't want you to see it, something's wrong. Because her real age will be on those apps. I'm telling you, fellas, that's the biggest way to get a woman. Ask her what her TikTok is. TikTok will tell you the story you need to know. And if it's private, well, let me see what your TikTok looks like and I'll show you mine. Oh, no, I don't want to show you. All right. What about Facebook? What's your Facebook? I'll find you there. No, I don't have Facebook. See, they're not going to lie on social media because they know their real family follows them. It could be a friend, it could be a cousin, a teacher, a sister, whatever. Somebody knows their real social media handle. So again, there's ways you can still find out the real age. All I'm saying is most men that go to a bar and that are getting drunk, they're not thinking, let me ask her what her social is and do a background check. You guys are trying to make it seem like it's so easy to say, what's your name and birthday? Okay, let me go ahead and find an app and do a background check real quick. No one's doing that. When you're at a bar where everybody's supposed to be of age, you're not thinking in your mind that this person's a minor. You're not. But I think when minors do shit like that, they need to go to boot camp. That should be their punishment. These kids who are lying about sexual assault because they lied about their age, or these kids that are out here trying to target people for their parents, knowing that it's wrong. Yeah, my dad did touch me, and they're just as bad. Because you got some kids that will entertain that lie. They're mad that their dad moved on, and they absolutely hate their stepmom. So they're willing to do anything their mom tells them to do. Yep, my dad did touch me. Yep, my dad did beat me with a belt. He did. She fell outside, but they're going to say that he hit her there with the belt. You got kids that are evil like that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Pure evil. They're so mad at their dad that he moved on and remarried, and they feel like he abandoned them, even though he did not. But the mom created that atmosphere where he hates us both. He abandoned us and left us. If you don't tell the lady this, I'm going to lose you. And then you're going to go live with a new family. You tell a girl that, and they'll say whatever you need them to say. That's real talk. These kids are evil. So when you got kids that do that when they know it's wrong, instead of telling them my mommy told me to say this, or my mom said that you guys will take me away if I didn't do this, put their asses in boot camp. That's for kids. Boot camp will teach them a lesson. They don't get to be on social media and wear wigs and get those nails done and have piercings and get their eyebrows done and wear those big bird lashes. And boot camp, it's like going to the military. They teach you how to be a structured adult, responsible adult. Boot camp is for every kid. So again, don't tell me we can't punish these kids. We can't whoop their asses anymore, right? Can't grab a pan and hit them upside the head anymore, right? Can't tell them to
No,
go out there and get a switch anymore, right? So
no.
put their ass in boot camp. That's available 24/7. Boot camp is for kids that don't want to get in line. And when you send them to boot camp, well, they're going to be mad at me. Who gives a fuck? Because if you don't send them to boot camp, it's either that or somebody going to kill them. Because a lot of these people don't like to be lied on. I think somebody in the comments said, if anybody made a false sexual assault allegation against me, I'm going to go crazy. You have every right. Because
And
your
I
life
don't
is already
blame.
over. Your life
I
is
don't
all.
blame.
Elijah, boy, if you don't quit interrupting me, I'm going to kick you off the panel. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, when someone makes a false allegation on a man, his life is never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. I've never heard of a man bouncing back and getting everything back that he lost. You lose more in that allegation. Because even though even though they say, well, you know what? She lied. The mom made her do this. They're going to still feel like there was some truth to that. Ain't that crazy? They'll still say, I feel like there was some truth, because men are known for doing this to young girls. That's what society will say, that the mom wasn't all the way a liar. They feel like the dad could have. Maybe not to that extent, but we still think he could have. That's why a man is never really free after an allegation. Emmett Till's not even free. He's dead and he's still held captive because the person that did this and accused him is still living her life. Now they find a warrant for arrest, right? Buried in a whole bunch of stuff. No, that warrant has been there. They just didn't serve it. They didn't feel the need to. Emmett Till is still not free. So why do we expect these men to be free after being accused of something so heinous, right? So like I said, ladies, the shit that men go through, and y'all still go on social media and lie to do skits. Now, if she would have said skit, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. I would have still posted it and said this was a good skit. Because being a state worker, I did see that a lot. Not to that extent. It wasn't McDonald's. You know, it's probably a different food that they wanted all the kids to have. We used to have women that got mad if the dad bought food that wasn't name brand. You know, when you go to Walmart, you buy great value nuggets, great value fries. Some women don't like that. They want you to get the name brand, right? They don't want you to, how dare you go and buy this cheap shit for your kids? They need Oreos, not chocolate cookies. They want the Oreos. They don't want sugar flakes. They want frosted flakes. But see, growing up, we didn't get to choose. We got what the hell what was in the house. That's what you're going to eat. Oh, if you don't like it, get a job and buy your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying, you guys, is the fact that this woman decided to do this skit like this on us and go viral. Like I said, it started with Trick Daddy. And then it got shared by the highest of the highest athletes, radio stations, the news. Everybody was talking about it. And she was sitting at home checking her TikTok followers up 120,000, 130,000, 104. She is just laughing at y'all. Keep sharing it. Yes. Then now I got to do a follow-up video and let them know it was me and say some more dumb shit to get people talking. Because if I say some more dumb shit, they're really going to come after me, and that's going to make me relevant. I don't mind being clowns. It's okay. I'm still getting that attention, though. I'm still going to get monetized. Y'all do know people on Instagram and TikTok and even YouTube, they get monetized off of content that goes viral, right? Gets the right amount of views and shares, they get paid. So y'all put money in her pocket. Now she can buy a better wig. All I'm saying, you guys, is she lied. If you go to her TikTok, I did not see a picture of her and 4 kids. Where are those 4 kids? Where are they? And we're sitting here saying it's okay to lie because it really happens. Oh, so we're saying that women should keep lying about sexual assault because it really happens. Okay. So when it's your son, when it's your brother, when it's your husband, your friend who you care about being accused, remember what you said. Well, it really happens. So there's some truth, right? Elijah, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I just want to understand why is it that every time um woman says that there's an investigation, this, but when we somebody like me, if this happened to me, they're like, oh, why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you do this? It's all one side, and we really need to make that distinction. We really need to start saying, okay, we need to look at everything with a cloud of suspicion, with a grain of salt, because nowadays there's no way to really that you really can tell unless you did what you just subscribed and said, okay, now I gotta go through all these questions to make sure this girl's legal or this girl's that way, because for some reason, and I don't know what happened. It might have happened around about the time I was 13, around about the time I was 17, and you were 9, where it was all about attention. It was all about clout. It was all about the come up, and people forgot the come up has to stop eventually. Make that make sense, cause we both saw this, and you're not that much younger than I am. You were only born in '85, so you were around to actually come up and see this right around the same time I did. And this started around about what, 87, 88? Well, you were 2 then, but you get the idea. But I can remember when I was small, we didn't do that. If you lied for something like this, oh, it was bad. But nobody ever really wants to look at them and say, okay, why is she lying? Why is she doing this? A lot of those 70s, a lot of those 80s babies, not saying you, a lot of those mothers that were around in the 80s really wanted to get some attention just because, oh, you didn't get to be an actress, you didn't get to do this. A lot of these people have that Munchausen by proxy syndrome that really doesn't make any sense. They would hurt their own kids just to get attention, like Eminem's mother. He actually made his own, she actually made her own son sick just to get attention. Now, I don't know why in the world anybody's so attention star, but we're not gonna all be Hollywood celebrities. Nobody's gonna get their 15 minutes in the sun like that. So you need to quit. If you want some money, get a job and go get it yourself. And I don't know what the hell is wrong with off-name brand food from the store. So what if it's chocolate cookies? It's cookies. So what if it's this and that? As long as you get some food in your belly, it doesn't matter.
Are you talking about the comment I highlighted?
Mhm. Nah, all that stuff about the this and that, and all the other stuff, the food and everything. Get your own food. If it's that doggone bad, nobody is gonna be sitting up in there capping for you just because. Oh, woe is me! I gotta get off name brand food. Oh, woe is me! I'm not famous. Sit down and shut up and get off your ass. And maybe if you did, things would be a lot better for you. But the problem is, celebrity people are lazy nowadays. And it's not just the women, it's the men too. When I was growing up, with the exception of me because I was disabled, I am disabled. Anybody with 2 hands, they had to get up and work and get the money to get something. There was no such thing as a GoFundMe back then. It was called cutting the yard. It was called mowing the grass. It was called washing the car. It was called cleaning the gutters. It was called taking the trash out. That's what you do to get some money. You got to remember, fame is fleeting, but hard work and pride never go out of style. Because if you get the right kind of pride, you're gonna be able to take pride in yourself. But all this hubris and trying to get shine for doing something that anybody can do, that's nothing.
Hmm. Okay. Well, like I said, I know Angel, you said generic cereal. I get it. Like I said, but back in the day, we didn't get to choose as kids what my dad bought. If we wanted, Cocoa Puffs, he got Cocoa Roots. He got the cheap version, and we had to settle with that. You know, It was food. At the end of the day, it was food, and we didn't get what we wanted. But these kids now, they get the Twinkies and the cookies and cakes and the best cereal, and that cereal is genetically modified, right? It ain't even good. It ain't even healthy. It's not even the best type of cereal to be buying your kids in the first place. So these parents are killing their kids and not even reading the box. If you actually look at the box on cereal, you'll probably be surprised. Your favorite cereal has been modified. Your favorite cereal that you eat every day has been modified. The cereals are bad. So again, you guys are poisoning your kids by giving them soda pops and crushed grape and crushed this, and you're taking them to school with junk and Twinkies and cupcakes and all that in their lunchbox. How are you helping them? You ain't gotta buy them that because they want it. You the fucking parent. Too many of y'all parents want to please your kids. That's why it's great having a dad in the house, because usually he's gonna be the enforcer. No, you can't have that. Nope. You didn't even finish your homework. So no, you're not getting a Twinkie. No, you're not getting fruit snacks. You can have that yogurt in there. You can have that applesauce in there. You can have that banana, but you definitely not gonna have this junk food. Put your foot down. Y'all act like these kids run y'all. And if they do, then that's your fault. That's your fault. You want that to be like that, right? If you can't handle your kids, there are places you can send them so they can get corrected. And they'll come right back to you changed. It's just that y'all don't want to upset your kids. But y'all have no problem with exploiting your kids and using them in your lying ass stories, right? Telling them to look really sad on camera. Telling them to shed a tear so that the video looks more realistic. Unfortunately, you got more women that are abusing kids than men. I've seen too many things on women. And if I could post everything with freedom of speech, I would. But I can't. I lose my page. The things that I've seen, like I said, women are doing far too much for that attention. And if it means putting a man down, I'm going to come after you because it is not right. People are looking for these people that you're creating in your stories. They want to know where they live. Let's destroy his car. Let's fuck him up. Let's try to kill him. All because of your lies. You're no better than the woman that lied on Emmett Till. When you go out there and say a man did this to you, a black man with dreads, you know that's the line they love to use. He was a black man with dreads and he was wearing a dark hoodie. That's the line they use all the time. He did this to me. You know how many men fit that description? Do you? A lot of them. And you're putting all these men's life in jeopardy because you're lying to get some money, to get attention. You have real celebrities wanting to help that woman. Even though she was an entitled, according to that scenario, we all knew she was wrong and an entitled baby mama. And you have people wanting to, what's her GoFundMe? Anybody know her Cash App? Anybody know her Venmo? Anybody know anything about her where we can send her some money? The only thing they heard was 4 kids. And it tugged at their heartstrings. That's why I'm fucking mad. Because you got real people that are really struggling, women that are really struggling, that are humble, not bashing the dads, but they're really struggling and they can use that money, y'all. She just took off of somebody else's plate off of a fucking skit. That's why I'm mad. Do y'all get it now? Do y'all get why I go so hard? We got to stop lying for clout. The attention should not be like this. That's why if they did away with Facebook and TikTok, and if they did away with TikTok, there'd be a lot of suicides. Some people can't even survive without posting on TikTok. If they took away social media altogether, a lot of people will kill themselves because they need that attention so bad. If it's not posted, it didn't happen. If it's not posted, I can't shit on those people who don't have it, right? People are using social media to impress people they don't even like because they want that attention. They want you to think that they're traveling to Dubai and all these places when really they ain't even left the fucking house. Their friend that doesn't have social media sent them pictures of Dubai, the hotel, the foot spa, and all that. And you're using your friend's pictures for clout. Because you know you got those women to do that too. I know all the little tricks y'all do. Dubai bound. You a fucking lie. Section 8 bound. That's where you're at. You're not in Dubai. But they will create this lie for attention. They need to start making laws for that. Women who lie on social media to make another sex look bad, they should be banned from all social media. What they need to be doing is making people use their ID to create a Facebook. You wouldn't have any troll accounts. You wouldn't have these people making up these fake stories just to go viral. Make them use their ID. an ID, and it scans it. And if that ID is linked to another page, all those pages will be merged to one page. So if you lose your page, you'll never be able to get Facebook again. They need to be stricter on this. And if a woman makes an allegation of sexual assault or domestic violence, it immediately goes straight to the authorities in their state. I guarantee you those lives will go down dramatically. Because they're fact check you, right? Go in there and say the COVID virus causes cancer. They'll fact check your ass in a few seconds. You log back into your account and they'll say, we covered your story. Here's why we had to fact check it. Because what you said wasn't all the way true. Right? So they can't do that with people that lie. I was in my hotel room and the man tried to sexually assault me, and I ran out and I got away. I ran into the lobby. Nobody was there. So I ran out to the street, got into my car, and I drove 50 miles away, and I sat in my car and I cried all day. Someone please help me. Shit like that. And people will say, wow, who was the guy? What did he look like? Instead of saying, so there was nobody in the lobby of a hotel, which is that has never heard of. People are coming and going every day. Then you go into the parking lot and there's still nobody that can help you. No security, nothing. Then you get in your car and drive 50 miles to a remote place to cry. No one will analyze the story like that, like me. They would say, poor thing. We need to find this guy. Someone start a GoFundMe for her. That's how easy it is to lie. What if Facebook said, this has been sent to your local authorities? These women would be in big trouble. Wouldn't they be in big trouble? Exactly. Or when they post a video of their child dancing on the pole. This has been sent to CPS in your state. Come on, y'all. If they really did this, you wouldn't have these allegations online. I guarantee you. Because they'll check your shit all day. You write a false story on there about the COVID-19, or say that cops kill people on purpose. Say some shit like that, and they will fact check you in a hot second. Or say that you'll beat somebody in dominoes. They'll report you for violence in a hot second. But these women that say, I was in my room and he laid on top of me and he started assaulting me sexually. And then he asked me, is this the R word? And I said, yes, it is. And he said, okay. And then he finished. And then after he finished, he got up and zipped up his pants. And he said, here's your phone back. And I said, thank you. Then he left out of my house. I shut the door and I locked it. Then I went on Facebook to tell everybody what happened to me. Ladies, don't let this happen to you. Be safe out there. Are you kidding me, y'all? That's how easy it is to lie. And everybody will eat that story up. Who's the guy? Well, we were looking at your profile. Who's this man? Who's Elliot? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Now they're going off to every guy that they think it is. And now you just put all their lives in danger. So again, y'all, stop using social media to shit on men, all because you want attention. It's not worth it. And even if Facebook is not going to get you, that's fine. I'll continue to get you. Because I got a few of y'all that I'm about to get. I'll continue to get you. Because Facebook ain't going to do shit. Instagram won't do shit. TikTok won't do shit. And Twitter won't do anything. They won't do anything, guys, when it comes to exposing them. When I exposed that girl that lied about sexual assault, it took me having to submit my driver's license to get my page back. I thought I was over. I thought my page was gone and done. And I had to prove to them that she lied about what she lied about and send them all my evidence, the numbers they can call, so I can get my page back. And I got my page back. But one of my other friends actually lost his page and had to restart his. So I have to also be careful who I expose, because I don't know who's getting me on that end where I almost lost my page, but it happened. That's what they do to you. When you expose someone who lied about that, something happens with your page where you have to submit your driver's license to get the shit back. So understand that these social media platforms are not going to hold any of these people accountable that lie about something severe like that. I have to keep doing it. And I'm only one person. And I feel like I'm doing it by myself. Because even when I exposed the woman who said that her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, destroyed her apartment because she broke up with him, I know there are men who do go crazy when you break up with them. That's true. But working for the state and seeing what damage looks like, I've never seen a man damage only certain items that you can replace for a few dollars. They will damage everything. They will cut your shoes. They will burn all your wigs. Snatch all the TVs out of the wall. Put holes in the wall. They're going to really make sure that they go all out, like Scarface. They're not going to damage 4 items. They're going to fuck up your carpet, try to burn it. They're going to fuck up everything. The only damage I saw was 4 little items. You want 15,000, and nobody sees this scam? Are these women that say he touched me so they can get a $50,000 settlement? What is the money going to do for you? Make you feel untouched? Come on, you guys. A real victim is going to make sure you're locked away for life. Then they'll go after the money for pain and suffering. But the ultimate goal when someone does something like that to you is to get that motherfucker off the street. Not to get his money and then send them back to the streets. Now you're going to put the next woman in danger, right? So how are these victims really empowering women? Me Too, my fucking ass. Me Too is a fucking scam. If you're telling women to get money instead of get the person off the street, how are you empowering any women when that person can do it again and actually kill the person, right? Think about this, you guys. Me Too is only for attention. It's just like Black Lives Matter. You get all these donations, and you don't know where the money's going. That's what it's about, guys. Fellas, all I'm going to say to you is when you get with a woman, her social media is her resume. You know how when you go and apply for a job, they look at your resume. They want to know what kind of person you are. Then they even say we want to check some references, right? Do the same thing when you're meeting a woman. Because any woman you meet, she has a social media. And if you meet a woman that tells you she doesn't have nothing, not even a LinkedIn, that's a red flag. That bitch better at least have a LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not Facebook. LinkedIn is not Instagram, not TikTok. It's for professionals who are out there looking for a job, or they have a job and that's like their resume. It's professional. It has nothing to do with trying to meet people and try to fuck. If they don't even have a LinkedIn, something's wrong. I would tell you, do not date that girl. It's that simple. That simple, fellas. It's not hard to find out. I know sometimes with the body and the hair and the makeup, you might not be able to figure that out. But her digital footprint, you can figure out. And if you're unsure about a girl you just met, inbox me. I will save your life if I have to. Hey, Daphne, I met this chick at this ice cream place. She told me she was 30. I asked her if she had a social media, and she said she didn't. What's her name? Do you have a picture of her? Try to get a picture of the woman. If you guys go on a date, can we just take a selfie just for fun? If you show me a picture of her face, I got the rest. Like I said, fellas, if you need my help, I will help you. Don't get caught up with these girls, because ultimately, if you hit it and quit it, they're going to show their childish side because they're kids. And then you're going to find out you were messing with a kid and didn't even know it. And I don't want you guys to be in a position where they're blackmailing you, because some of these girls are very bright. They're young, but they're ahead of their time when it comes to their mindset, because their moms taught them how to get money. Some of them, their mom is the pimp, and you just don't know it. They sought you out. They sought you out. You thought you were just lucky that day, but they knew you had money and they sought you out. That's another scam these women are doing. The moms are pimping out the daughters who look like they're 30, but they're only 15. I can spot it out. I've been around a lot of females. I remember when I went to go play basketball. I went up there to play ball, get some games in, and this girl came in, and I could tell she was young, but she was telling these guys that she was much older, and it just wasn't sitting right with my spirit. I'm waiting to play, and I'm watching her talking to all these guys who were interested in her, but something in my heart told me this is a child, and I couldn't let that feeling in my stomach couldn't go away, y'all. I approached her. I said, "You're a fucking child, aren't you? And don't lie to me." I said, "I know who your mama is." And I lied. I didn't know. And she was like, "I'm only 16. I said, "Well, those guys you were talking to are grown men. Did you tell them your age?" She was like, "Only one. The rest didn't ask." I said, "And what did you tell the one that did ask?" that I was 19. I said, why? Why would you lie? I don't know. So I had to ask her, what guy did you say you were 19 to? Him? And tell him that's a fucking child. Everybody, this is a fucking child. And she left out of embarrassment. So like I said, guys, they will lie. They will lie, and they will do it because they think it's okay, because their moms told them it was okay to lie. It's what they call it is a little white lie. No, it's not. It's not a little white lie. It's a big ass lie coming from a black woman. It's a black lie. Stop lying. Stop lying. That's all I'm saying, you guys. Fellas, it doesn't take much to figure it out. I can help you if you need the help. But don't get caught up, y'all. Because these women are willing to go through the everything. If they lie about sexual assault, if they will lie about being robbed, being beat on, having a deadbeat dad for a baby daddy, if they lie about all these things, why wouldn't they lie on you? They're already lying. So what would make you different? So all I'm saying, guys, is know that the attention that these women seek, a man has to go down for it to happen. A man has to be the villain for them to come out as the victor. They have to lie and use a man to make it seem like he did that, he's the bad guy. Be careful out here, fellas. That's all I'm going to say. Because even me as a woman exposing other women, I'm getting shut down, reported, everything. It's hard for me. So if I can help you guys behind the scenes so you don't have to go through what I go through, I'll do that. No one looks at the damages it causes somebody until someone really gets hurt. And if anybody knows who Emmett Till is, go on Google and look at his pictures. That's what a lie did to him. Go and just look at his picture. Show that picture to your daughters. If you guys have teenage daughters, educate them on Emmett Till and why he was murdered so that they don't do that on accident, or if they don't do that on a guy who doesn't want to be with them anymore. Because a woman that's rejected, they always say a woman scorned is a very, very dangerous woman, and that is very true. A woman that has been hurt is dangerous because she acts on emotion. Nothing else matters. Y'all seen Waiting to Exhale. It's a movie, but it's real. She acted on emotion and burnt all his shit. And in real life, he could have sued her. In real life, she could have went to jail because that wasn't her shit to burn. Right? But a woman scorned is a dangerous woman. You hit it and quit it? Oh, so you just gonna fuck me and leave? Okay, I got you. And they will play out that lie. They will play that lie out there. I know a lot of y'all might not be, hip to movies, but if anybody saw the movie Sprung, Tisha Campbell, Joe Torre, if you ever saw that movie Sprung, when she had on that different wig and she had sex with him, he lied about having all this money. If anybody knows that movie Sprung, where Joe Torre was the lead and so was Tisha Campbell, he brought that chick home, her friend, right? Lied about having money in the bank, said that he had a big house off the coast, but took her to a low budget place, right? But because he lied about having money, that got her in the place. They fucked. Said she had a headache, found the pills in his bathroom that had his real name on it when he said it wasn't his real place. It was his homeboy place, but it was really his place. He didn't have no money. She got mad. She got mad because he played her like a sucker, right? Then, while he's recuperating from hitting it, they get into an argument. She hits him and takes his car, right? He goes after her, not changing his clothes or anything, but kept his little underwear on and chased her. Try to get her not to take that car because it wasn't his car. He borrowed it to look like he had money, right? And then what ended up happening? She was still mad that he played her, that she told the cops that he assaulted her and told her, girl, you want these nuts, right? And embarrassed him, had him arrested, and had him embarrass himself by saying that line, even though he really didn't do it. Now, remember, when he was when he was already there, his boy came to try to bail him out. And when they were talking about her friend, she was like, she told the officer, oh, that's my friend. And he said that she was a freak, a hoe, right? Then she shows up with that battered wig, right? Looking like a church-going Christian. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is in that movie, her wig, she changed up the look, and now she was a victim. And the cops ate it up. They do movies like this because real shit like that does happen, you guys. That's how easy it is to lie on a man and say he assaulted you. The wig will change everything. You meet her on Saturday, she got that red wig on, and she grinding up on your dick, and y'all getting it in, and hey, you know. Then you see her in court, and she got on that cheap church wig, that stiff wig with the bangs, and she's not giving you eye contact because that's a part of her act. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it. I've seen it. So what I'm saying to you guys is just be careful. And if you guys see things like this online, don't be afraid to call people out. I think that's why people are not being held accountable. You guys are sending it all to me. Y'all can do some of this work too. It's not hard. If somebody lies about something, well, let me see a police report. It's simple stuff like that, y'all. Because I can't get to every time y'all find somebody online. I'm only one person, and I'm not going to devote my life to looking for people. I have a business I have to run now. So I'm not going to be always in these groups anymore. I've actually taken myself away from some of them because it's too many tags. You guys are tagging me way too many times, and I don't have time to be all over them. I'm only going to entertain severe cases. If she's lying about being sexually assaulted, if she's lying on a man beating her, those are the things that I'm going to attack. Because those type of things can get a man in prison, right? I don't care if he took some bleach and poured it on her covers and messed up her $500 covers. I don't care about that. That's not important to me. Call the cops. I don't care about that. I'm not going to go after people like that. So stop sending me little basic shit, and don't send me things where people already had justice, right? Send me real stuff that needs help, and don't send me something where you should have called 911. Because I can't help you from another state, guys. All I'm saying is, women, you need to do better. And y'all can keep reporting me. You guys can keep trying to shut me down. But I'm going to still find ways to catch you. Because every time you lie, somebody else's life is in jeopardy. And I just can't let that ride. Now, if you want to lie about your own situation and say your baby is sick when you know your baby isn't, if you post that publicly, I'm going to get you. Period. If you don't want me in your business, post it privately or don't post it at all. That's all I can tell you. And I would say know who you're posting to when you're posting to your friends, because they're not really your friends. I've gotten a lot of different Facebook posts that people posted to their own private page to just their friends, and they're sending it to me. So y'all think y'all can trust y'all homegirls, right? They're not fucking with y'all like that. When y'all say something about a man and they know it's not right, they will send it to me. Now, yeah, I have to blur your name out, but they're also sending me your profile pic link too, so I can find out who you are and send it to the right people. I will get you that way too. At the end of the day, that attention is going to come with a cost. Every drug has a side effect. Remember that. Every drug has a fucking side effect. So if y'all think this attention is wonderful because you haven't got hit with the side effects yet, you will. The side effect can be jail time, prison time, a fine, embarrassment, a mugshot online with your wig off. That can be your side effect coming real. Sometimes those side effects don't kick in right away. Takes a little bit of time. And some of those side effects kick in right away. Y'all keep fucking around, I'm going to be the side effect that kicks in right away. And I'm going to make sure that you do get exposed. Because I will not let you put someone's life in danger, whether it's your kids, the father of your kids, your family. All that matters. And when you accuse somebody of something, they come for your entire family. Nobody's off limits. I need y'all to remember that. So when you're lying on a man and his reputation, know that they will come for your entire family. Nobody gets favor. It's real out here, you guys. It's real. All I'm saying is we got to do better. We got to do better. And ladies, it's you guys doing this. Every instance that I named this year that was big to me was done by a Black woman. A Black woman. And some of them were actors or actresses. Like I said, Tisha Campbell, until she can come out and show us proof that it happened, she's always going to go down as a liar in my book. I will never respect her again. And I used to like her. But when you lied about being kidnapped, attempted kidnapping by 2 black men, you just had to put black men into it, didn't you? Yeah, the black man was driving the car and then there was a black man in the back seat. They love saying black men. They make y'all look so bad. But yet, you said that another black man was real sexual around you, yet you still want to work with that black man. Make it make sense. Money over morals? Really? Or were you lying? Like I said, guys, we got to do better. Society's only going to get worse. They're not going to put no laws in to protect men. They're not going to put women in jail to protect these people that are lying. To protect the people that they're lying on. They're not going to do any of that when it comes to a woman. So until then, we got to keep exposing them on our own as citizens, y'all, until somebody creates the law. We have a vice president that's a fucking woman that doesn't see any of this being done in the world. Too much to our men. She don't see nothing like that because she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck about black men. She's a vice president that's supposed to be black, but she don't give a fuck about black men. It ain't about y'all. It's not about y'all. It's about them. Black men are blamed for everything in today's society. Everything black men get blamed. They get blamed for every single thing. When are we going to start taking accountability and start blaming these women for the shit that they're doing to these men that they're blaming? You ask me why the suicide rates are higher in men? Because men get lied on every fucking day. And most men that get lied on, they give up because the fight is going to be hard. Do you know how hard it is for a man to fight to get his reputation back? Ask Johnny Depp. Ask Johnny Depp how long that took him. And it's still not going to be clean because the bitch is still out here lying on him. Y'all know Amber Heard is still out there doing part 2 of her greatest hits, right? The Liar part 2. She's still out here lying. That's why a man will never be clean. He will never be free because women will still get forgiven. Do y'all know that they said Amber Heard is one of the most beautiful women in the world? She has the most perfect face in the world. So we've been told how she lied on this man, made him look like a predator, and they're still giving this woman rewards. Well, I got a video dedicated to Amber Heard. She's not the most beautiful woman in the world. She's not. She's a liar. She's the biggest liar in the world right now, right? Like I said, when white women fuck up, they still get rewarded. Oh, we want to give you this movie deal, that movie deal, but let a black man mess up. Do you think anybody's ever going to work with Bill Cosby again? Do you think anybody would ever want to take a picture with Bill Cosby that's in the industry? Nope. I guarantee you not one person that has a name in this industry will take a picture with Bill Cosby because he's always going to be guilty in their book. But if Bill Cosby was white, he would get movie deals again. He would get all this attention because those were civil cases, not criminal. So like I said, you guys, at the end of the day, I just want women to do better, but they're not going to. So until then, we're gonna keep exposing them. There's a man who reached out to me a couple weeks ago who was accused of sexual assault, and it took him a long time to get his reputation back, and it took him a long time to get an apology. I'm gonna do a show around him. He wants to talk about it. He was a famous, I think he still is. He's a famous tattoo artist. And this woman ruined him or tried to ruin him. His story was on the news. He was actually pretty damn famous. And he asked me, what I felt about that. And I couldn't believe he reached out to me because he already gained the attention he needed to get his reputation back. And yet he asked me what I felt. And I'm going to do a show with him because I've never had someone that was accused and it went public like that, where the news was airing the story about how this woman lied on him to tear him apart. It really happens. Y'all be thinking it's a joke because you don't hear it on the news or you don't see it. Well, why didn't it go viral if this is... Y'all always have a reason to try to cover up a woman that lies as if it doesn't happen, right? But it does. It does. Like I said, guys, we have to do better with holding everyone accountable. We do. We cannot give favor to these women because they're women. Stop doing that. It doesn't matter what they look like. These men don't deserve what you guys are doing to them. Now, we do know that most of your predators are men. I agree with that. But it doesn't take away from the women that are predators too. It doesn't. They're out there. And since we always shed light on the men who do it, That's how these women are getting away with it right under your nose. And like I said, at the end of the day, guys, if we don't hold these people accountable, nobody will. They're never going to do any laws until we start bringing this to light more. So if I got to use my page to do that, I will. So I want you guys to stay tuned with the next show I'm going to be having. I'm going to get some more details on this guy. I'm going to call him. We're going to talk. And I'm going to share his story, put the link where the news leaked the story, so y'all women can see that men do get destroyed by this. And it's hard for them to pick up their life and live again because you guys keep lying. Okay, Lori, you said, do I have time to speak? It's really important. Lori, I'll let you get on because I'm gonna start wrapping up. But guys, like I said, I hope that I gave you guys a little bit of light. Lori, you can come on real quick if you can. I hope that I gave you guys some light on, or shed some light on what some of these women are doing. Pay attention. I'm not telling you don't have kids. I'm not telling. If anything, what I'm posting is the blueprint so you guys can see what's going on, so you don't have to go through it. A lot of you men that have teenage daughters, when's the last time you went in their room and actually looked? Some of you guys are so nice to your daughters, you don't check nothing. Go ahead, Lori. You got a few minutes. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm late. I actually wanted to say something important, and this is coming from a white woman who was sexually assaulted by a black man, and I did not press charges. This was back when I was in my early 20s. I had an active addiction to opioids. I did stuff with this man, however. I did stuff to lead this man on. I did drugs with this man. And when I was high, I was out of it, and I didn't know what had happened until I woke up the next day. And it wasn't until I realized my part in it. Like, I had to think about it. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, why wouldn't he think that I wouldn't? Like, I've been flirting with him. I've been doing all this stuff. We've been hanging out. That I didn't press charges. I didn't call. Like, I was like, this is my fault too. I've been clean for a lot of years now, thank God. I'm 39 now, but and this is when I was probably like 22. But I almost did. And then I thought, oh my God, like, I have responsibility in this. And I didn't do it. And I'm glad I didn't, because there are so many blamed for things, and it's not fair. Some of my best friends in the whole entire world are black men and black women, and yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I definitely want to say thank you for sharing your story. I talk to a lot of women who've had similar instances that you had, but it wasn't under the same conditions. I know you said that you battled opiate abuse, but it still didn't give anyone the right to touch you without your consent. Even if
Right.
you guys are both under the influence of drugs, you're
Mm-hmm.
still a human
Well,
being.
it was the next morning too. It's like he didn't. I could tell, like, he didn't know.
He wasn't aware. Okay, so in your
Right.
instance, you guys were both under the influence of drugs,
Right.
and you didn't know what happened until the next day. Of course, you being a woman, you check down there. What's this? Whatever.
Yeah.
But still, in that situation, you're still a woman, and even though you guys were both under the influence of drugs, in a lot of cases, he would have still been accused, or he would have still been charged because he still did that to you. And you're the one that's saying, you know what, I aided in this because I was on the drugs too, and drugs make people do different things. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
women are not going to be like you, Lori, and say, you know what, we were both drugged up, and I honestly feel it was the drugs that made him do that. We were both around each other. It
Mm-hmm.
happens. They would say that he took advantage of me and did this to me, and he will be charged. It would be that easy. They would have
Yeah.
been able to do a kid
Oh,
on
most
you. They would have found
definitely.
it. Huh?
Most definitely. Like I probably wouldn't even got any trouble even if I
Nope.
tried to say.
You wouldn't have. They would have.
Yeah.
They would have. The prosecution would have created a story that he put you on the drugs, then he took the drugs, and that's how he was able to get you, in that state of mind where he could take advantage. They would have painted that story. I've seen it happen. But what
Yeah.
I admire about you, you're saying that and and I don't want to say it like this. I helped him, but you guys were both under the influence of drugs, and the drugs made him do those things. But
Yeah.
it's you saying I didn't say anything because I knew that we were both in that condition. But still, there's a lot of women out there that would have said something so they can get off the street, get favor, get GoFundMe's and things like that instead of taking accountability.
Yeah.
Like, hey, because when I used to work for the state, if you were on drugs, we can tell you we need you to do a drop, and if we found any drugs in your system, we could take away your benefits. It
Yeah.
happened like that all the time. So we knew a lot of those women did things to get drugs. They would sell their stamps to get drugs. People wonder
Yeah.
why their stamps were gone so quick. So again, we knew, and that's why in some states, they don't give you opioids no more. So if you're battling depression, they give you low level stuff like
Oh
Prozac.
yeah.
They're not going
Yeah.
to give you the Xanax, and they're not going to give you the good shit, right?
Well, right. I've been in recovery now for so long. Like yeah, and I have my daughter. I got clean when I had her, and she's 11 years old now and everything. But I had to go through the state because I had to go through a whole program, and it was the same thing. I had to drop. I had to do all of that in order to get help with
Right.
assistance. So
But the thing is, you got help, Lori. And like I said, if anybody else is out there that's battling an addiction, and like I said, if they need help kicking it, can they reach out to you, Lori? Can you
absolutely.
drop in the comments how they can reach out to you? Because I know that right now, it's hard out here for a lot of people. And the fact that you were able to come on this panel and actually tell us your story and say, I couldn't get this man in trouble because I knew that we were both under the influence of drugs, even though you had that power. See,
Mhm.
a lot of women, unlike yourself, Lori, they love the power. It's the fact that I could easily say, oh, like some women will say, do you have any more pills? No. I gave you some, and then I took the rest. You took those pills. That was supposed to be for me. Okay, I got you. And then they go and they say that, you know what? He attacked me. He
Yeah.
gave me something. I passed out, and now I got all this semen in me, and I don't know where it came from. They're going to
Mhm.
match it to him and lock his ass up for about 10, 15 years. It would have been that easy. Some
Mhm.
people, when they don't have those pills anymore, they go through great lengths to see how they can get money again. And
Well,
telling a sob story can get them that. So I
when I
appreciate
first
you.
started telling the story, because I was with somebody, it was my ex, and I was just like, I was like, he ran off and grabbed, no joke, he ran off with a butcher knife. Didn't know where to find this guy. Didn't know, thank God. And he showed up at my parents' house and he was sobbing because I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is what happened. I'm not gonna, there's no two ways about it. Like, I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't do anything wrong. And I'm gonna be in the wrong if I do, and you'd be in the wrong too. Like, especially, I was doing shit behind his back I shouldn't have been. It just, yeah, thank God I'm not in that place anymore. But
Well, I'm glad you're
absolutely,
not.
people
I'm glad you.
people can reach out. I go to NA meeting, like I go on to online NA meetings and always give my number out. So I'll put it in the chat for sure.
Well, that's really nice of you, Lori. Like I said, I want to say thank you for coming on and sharing your story. If there's any woman that feels comfortable with sharing her story, I mean, like I said, I talk to a lot of women behind closed doors, and there are real victims out there who don't move like the victims we hear about on TV. You have real victims that will never go on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and say in 30 seconds that they were sexually assaulted and leave you with no details. The
Mhm.
whole goal is for you to not only empower, but tell women how they can get out of it. So when you post it on social media and you never speak about it again and you go viral and there's never a follow up, there's never anything after that allegation, it makes you look like you lied. Because most victims will say, and this is what I did to fight. I took my victim to court. I won my case. My victim's now in prison for 10 years. And then after that, because the victim owned 5 businesses, I did do pain and suffering because I'm scared to work in places. That makes more sense because a lot of people are traumatized after being assaulted where they can't go out into the public anymore. Just like our guy. Remember our guy that I posted? My
Mhm.
friend. who told me that he couldn't even go to his nephew's birthday party, who was a child. He couldn't even go to a nephew's birthday party. He couldn't even get out the car. I remember having anxiety that bad where I couldn't even get out the car. I didn't want to be around people because I felt like I would have a panic attack. It's
After I got
real.
clean, I was like that. After I got clean, because my mental health, like it messed with my mental health. I was the same way.
See? And this is a grown man saying that I cannot live a normal life because this woman did that. Now, the woman wasn't rich. Now, if this woman owned 15 businesses and she was making $50,000 a month, he would have had all the favor. In this case, he doesn't get anything. But here's the thing. If that had been a woman that went through that, the state would have gave her some type of incentive and they would have taken care of her. They would have got her a job that she can work from home where she ain't got to talk to people. They would have taken care of her like a care package. But this man that has to pick up his life, find a way to pay his medical bills. He has so much debt that he has incurred from all the times he had to go and get his head examined, or when he had to get surgery, when he had got the contusions and broken ribs and all that. He has to pay it back on his own. He didn't get no favor.
Wow.
Nobody got charged. Community service is not bad to me. They can do that anywhere. They can do community service at a hospital. They can do community service at a concert event. It's not, to me, it's not bad unless they're picking up trash on the side of the road and it's 110 degrees out there. Then yeah, I say let them suffer, take their picture and laugh. But that's not what she got, guys. So all I'm saying is, even when men are proven to be innocent, they still don't get favor. They don't get any resources on how to pick up their life when they're not famous, is what I'm saying. When it's not a famous guy, they're told that, okay, she doesn't have any prior, so we can't just give her life, and we can't charge these men because they did what any man is supposed to do. When you hear that somebody got assaulted and they're coming out of a room crying, you immediately go for the guy that she's saying that did it, because you're looking at her and you're seeing how she's in distress. And if you guys sit there, then you'll be judged for not doing anything, right? So again, he loses in this whole thing. He didn't get anything. He didn't get anything back. That fine she had to pay, he didn't get that money from the fine. So all I'm saying, and on top of that, instead of her getting a charge for attempted, assault or something, she got disturbing the peace because she was loud when she was saying it was him, he did it. All they gave her was disturbing the peace because it was a house party. Disturbing the peace isn't that woman. She's gonna still thrive. She's gonna still live her life. Disturbing the peace is what she got charged with. Yeah, that's gonna be community service. That's a petty misdemeanor. That'll fall off in a few years, depending on your state. So really, she didn't lose anything. Now she knows the next time I lie, I'm going to make sure there's no camera in there. That's what I got to do the next time. So she might wait a little bit until she gets the man the next time, because now it's hot right now for her. So she might wait a little bit, but she is going to do it again. They don't just do it one time. They get smarter each time. Remember that, fellas. So all I'm saying, guys, is there will be some more good shows coming up. I will be posting some new content on my Instagram this week. And again, like I said, I always know when a band is coming. So I always make sure I'm prepared. I make sure I wreak as much havoc as I can because I know a band is coming. I didn't see this band coming so fast because I thought I would be reported for hate speech, not for violence. But because I beat him in dominoes instead of I whooped him or I spanked him or I won, that's what got me on a ban. But I was already prepared. I got enough content. So all I'm saying, guys, is the best we can do, instead of always sending me stuff, show me what you did to try to fix the situation before you send me a video. Because I get videos all the time, and some of y'all send me the same video 50 times, and then I got to block you because I'm tired of getting the video. So all I'm saying, people, is that I'm only one person. I'm not 50 people. So I'm not going to always be able to get to you. One guy got mad at me because he said he sent me a message about his baby mama. And he said, I have so much time to expose bad women, but I never really answer inboxes. That's what he said to me. If he saw my inbox, I get many messages. You're not the only one. So I need you guys to understand I am only one person. I'm one person. And when y'all get mad at me because I don't jump fast for you, then that's on you. You're asking me to help you for free. If you don't want to deal with me, go find someone and pay them thousands of dollars and let them help you. I don't give a fuck. But when I'm helping you for free, you can't say shit to me. I don't charge anybody for my advice. And not one person can say I have. I haven't even charged people to actually dox people for them. And that costs me money. So I don't want to hear shit about I'm never there for people, because I am. And I don't charge them a penny. I got a whole shirt brand. Half of y'all quick to jump in my inbox and ask me for free advice, but y'all can't even buy a $30 shirt. So really, you can't say shit to me. You really can't. I just think it's funny how people get mad at me when I can't cater to their needs. Like I'm just waiting for them to inbox me. No. When I'm free, you're on my time. I'm not on yours. So if you're having child support issues with your baby mama, at least try to do something first to help it. Don't come in my inbox with all the shit that she did, and you're not telling me what you tried to do. I'm not going to be your person that's going to devote hours of time to helping you win your case for free. You're not going to play me like that. Eventually, I will start charging people because y'all take advantage of what I do for free, and that's not fair. You even got people that charge you $100 just for the consultation, $100 just for the email of the problem. And I will tell you guys to text me the problem, and I will come up with a solution for free. So how dare you guys, some of you men, how dare y'all? I should do a whole thread of men who get mad at me when I don't jump when they tell me to. I'm free. When I'm free, you can't say anything to me. There's paid people out there that would do it in seconds for y'all. Go to them, because you're not going to make me jump for you. I have people that are priority, and you're just not one. So again, if you guys need my advice and help, know that you're not going to get an answer right away. I'm sorry. I have other things to do too. Okay? I just think that I'm one of the rare pages that are free. Y'all got these YouTube channels. Oh yeah, donate, and you got some pages that make you pay. They make you actually pay $5 minimum just to write a comment on YouTube. Y'all seen them pages out there. You can't even write. If you go over a certain amount of characters, you have to pay more. $20 per comment. I'm not doing that to y'all. They over here making these other YouTube pages rich as fuck, and they're not giving back anything to y'all. All of them tell you to click the link to join their team, but you're paying every month. When have I done that to anybody? So understand that I am different. I'm different. I don't ask you guys for money. I do ask for your support with the church because it's supporting a real cause. Y'all wear Tommy Hilfiger and Louis Vuitton. People that don't give a fuck about y'all. Why not rock a mental health shirt that shows support of the person in your family who's battling depression, right? I should see more men buying these shirts but I did add some shirts for women too. I just added some shirts for you women too. I have. I'm trying to cater to both crowds, but ultimately mental health is going to always be the biggest thing that I talk about. Okay. So guys, like I said, there will be some great shows coming up. Please keep subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you know when I have shows coming up. I will be doing some more shows this week. And also I got another person, and this is up to you guys. Tell me in the comments. I got another person who disagrees with everything I do. Like, she don't even like me breathing, it seemed like. And she wants me to do a one-on-one show with her. Did you guys like that last one-on-one show with Mel? Did that go good with you guys? Because I want to be able to do this with women one-on-one. See what's going on with them. Help them address their problem. Let them tell me why they don't like me. And then we move on from there. But I do have someone else that wants to come onto my show and tell me why she doesn't like me. So if you guys are down with another one of those shows, I would do another Everybody Hates Daphne Part 2 and Part 3. Every time I get someone who is confident enough to come on one-on-one, we will do that. So I might do another one of those shows this week. It depends on if I feel like she's worth that, because some people have so much anger. I know if they get on this panel with that anger, y'all going to go in on her. She's not as poised as Melanie was. She's rough. You can tell she had a rough life. Attitude up the ass. So again, guys, you got some people that are just not good when it comes to speaking. So if she wants to be embarrassed like that, I'll bring her on. But if she starts getting out of tune and saying men are bitches, she will be off the panel. So I want you guys to know that I would like to do a part 2, 3, 4. If women will prefer one-on-one, let's do it. Some people don't like to be on a panel with a whole bunch of women. They want to be able to address only their issue with me, and then we fix it like that one-on-one. I'm okay with that. So yeah, guys, what I'm saying is we just got to do better. And yep, Melanie is doing good. She has been doing good. And we talk twice a week. She's doing everything I ask her to. I give her homework every time. And when we get back together, she shows me what she does, and I give her something else to do. She is really learning quick. She's quick. And I appreciate that. And she's getting better every conversation. So some people, you can change them. You can help them change, And then some people, they don't want it. They say, you fuck you and I'm good. She's one of the people that want the help. So guys, like I said, we have to do this together though. So I did like one with Mel, but Mel actually made a huge 360. I would like this one on one show you mentioned, but I feel this person might be all you a bitch. Yeah. Yes, look, man, everybody's not going to be like Melanie. They're going to have a lot of attitude. But again, I told them respect is a big thing here. If I'm not calling you a bitch, don't you call me that. Right? So yeah, guys, I'll let you know how that show is going to go. I'll do a poll. And like I said, I want men too. If there's a man that feels like I'm too hard on women, I would love to talk to a man. I would love for a man, and be honest with yourself. If you think that I'm too hard on women and I need to be harder on men, or I need to go harder on finding men accountable, I want y'all to speak too, because I know there's some men out there that don't like what I do, and y'all just lying. Don't lie. I'm not gonna block you or expose you. Come on to the show. Let's do a one-on-one. I know everybody that dislikes me isn't just women. I know it's not just women. You got some men in there too. So I'm going to actually see if there's any men. I'll probably do another poll. And we'll see. And in the meantime, I'll reach out to the young lady and see what she thinks. I'll reach out to her today and see if she's okay with coming on. And we'll probably talk. We'll do a show probably on Tuesday. And then I'm going to do the one with that guy. That's going to be on probably Wednesday. So please stay tuned to my next shows that I have coming up. And like I said, guys, I'm going to hold people accountable one person at a time. And it's not just exclusive to just women. I will hold men, but you got to send me some real shit. Do not send me what you think a man did or with no proof. And please make sure it isn't a skit. Please make sure it's not a made up story. Please, y'all. Because when I believed y'all was wrong. So I don't want to keep believing y'all. Yep, I promise you it's real. Okay, then where'd you get it from? I don't know. If you don't have a main source of the video, I'm not going to do it anymore. I need proof, guys, because I don't want to post bad stuff. I'm not the shade room. So like I said, guys, I want real stuff that happened, and that's the only way we can hold people accountable. Okay? Attention is starting to take over, but we can be that side effect if we all stand up against people that lie like this, okay? It could be your son. It could be your boyfriend. It could be your brother. It could be your dad. Think of it like that, and maybe you'll have a little bit more heart, right? So I'm just saying, you guys, we got to do better, okay? So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, a great holiday week. I know a lot of you guys are off tomorrow, so that's why I thought tomorrow would be good to do a show. Most of y'all will be home, and we can go all out. We can have fun. And if there's a man that doesn't like what I do, reach out to me on Instagram at CelebriD. If there's a woman that heard this show today and said, you know what? I do have a bone to pick with her. I don't hate her, but I do have a bone to pick with her. Reach out to me. Let's talk about it. I'm not a bad person, okay? Other than that, guys, I see you on the next show. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a good day. Steven, why you got your hand up? Stephen Brown, did you want to come on my show? Okay, so Stephen Brown, reach out to me on IG because I don't know why you got your hand up like that. But let me know. Like I said, guys, I hope you guys have a good day.